Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. I do hope you're doing well. I turned the lights down because they are too damn bright. It's 4:30 in the morning. I can't open my eyes if that light is smacking me right in the face. So today we're going nice and quiet. But we need quiet because you need to buckle up. These parents, these parents do not like each other. They do not like each other. The judge. So I love watching this judge. I like if when I turn this judge on, um, I forget everything goes away. Like I forget how long it could be a 12-hour hearing, and I'm just sitting there watching it. He had two today, and I'm going to show you the one because that's the one you guys want to see. It's not the one I want to play though. Oh gosh, I want to play the other one so bad, but you guys. So we have two hearings. The first one, parents are uncontrollable, screaming and yelling and talking over each other, and the court reporter keeps, saying, "Stop, stop, 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 stop," and the kids are yelling in the background, playing, and the judge is, like, sitting there like, "Okay, let's figure this out." Um, then we have the next hearing, and this is why I love this judge. Like, he could be Supreme Court of Wisconsin, not just where he's at, because he knows the law so well. And in the next hearing, he goes against two attorneys, and this guy is pulling law out of everywhere. Well, you know, it's Jones versus Jones dot 68455 on page 415 says, and you're sitting there like, what? Where did that come from? You just memorized all this law. Um, and he just slaps these lawyers down and makes them, you know, be superb lawyers if they're going to argue in front of him. So parents argue in front of him all the time, and they don't have to be superb parents. But if a lawyer argues in front of him, he's going to make you be a superb lawyer, or you might as well give up. There is there is a lawyer involved in the first case. I don't think she gets to say very much, and I know he asks her like, "Do you have an opinion on at the very end, he's like, "Do you have an opinion on this topic?" And she's like, "No, I have no opinion. They do is fight. How am I supposed to?" But oh gosh, it's so funny. I wish I could play the second clip, but I'm gonna play the first clip because that one's better. Better. It's better for all of us. So we're just gonna do one Judge Frost from Wisconsin, and then we'll go to Judge Fleischer. And I do have to confess. Now, every day I don't watch Judge Fleischer with when it's on. I have the chat open and it's always muted. I only watch Judge Fleischer with you guys, so I don't know what happens. I know like some things might happen because the chat says, "Oh, he's gross," or he said, "He goes with you," or "Stuck like Chuck." But I don't know. I have no idea what happens in Judge Fleischer's courtroom. None. I don't even know what happens in the chat half the time. But today I went to Vicky's stream. Oh, it was lovely. Oh, it was great. She had Karen versus Karen. It was so good. Two cars parked in a parking lot. One car opened the door and hit the other car. And the way the one lady described it to the judge was I was walking away and I heard this huge explosion. And there's this dent in my car that wasn't there before. And the other lady's like, I didn't do that. It wasn't me. But it was really good. It was so good. Um, and then she put Judge Fleischer on, so I did. I stayed and I watched it with. I think there were 5 or 6 Judge Fleischer mods in Vicky's stream, and it was funny because there was one guy in there who didn't know that fact, right away. And then Steve N is freaking hilarious. Fozzie, you are very, very hilarious, Fozzie. Fozzie, you are very hilarious, okay? Steve N is freaking hilarious. He really is. But I didn't think he realized Fozzie was a mod in Judge Fleischer's courtroom because Fozzie goes into Vicky's stream and Fozzie's like, "What is this? A new judge? Where is he from?" And I said, "Pennsylvania." And Steve N is like, "Oh, you haven't seen this judge before? You'll really like him." And Ligo was there, and Linus was there. It was so funny. Um, it was really good. So Vicky, I don't know if you're gonna see this, but thank you. That I should have been working. I should have been getting more court clips, but instead I had a good time just hanging out with all yeah in Vicky's courtroom, in Vicky's chat before I just passed out. So I think maybe that was too much talking, so I should do a little more. Let's go to Wisconsin. And you know that in Judge Frost's courtroom, the Wisconsin accents aren't thick. So don't get your panties in a bunch. There's nothing I can do about it. They say they're from Wisconsin. Rude.
Apply for Miss Ruth. To contact Elizabeth, and I said, Elizabeth, Ruth is still not talking to me. Have you let her know that you're not my attorney anymore? She said yes. She said, I also have the authority to request a new guardian ad litem. This is starting to be weird. She's not being honest. I have multiple emails to Miss Ruth Westmont where she has not replied to me. Now, mind you, when we went to court 4 weeks ago, her reasoning was because I had an attorney. Okay, cool. So last week, I'm not understanding why I didn't get a reply back to the email then, because I have sent Miss Ruth conversations that I've had with Keith on our family wizard of Keith continuously being late. Keith continuously calling me Karens, whores. This is on our family wizard. The issue that we have currently, Your Honor, is that when we went to court 4 weeks ago, they gave him 6 days that I admitted to. Mind you, Your Honor, one of those days was my grandma's death day, May 19th, and the other one was her funeral. Okay, that's fine. But Keith did not and is not getting penalized. There was a 2-week gap where we had an issue. I was continuously texting his mother, where is Keith? Come to find out, Keith had an incident at his shop where a young man broke his leg in several different places. So at that point, I didn't hear from Keith. My mom texted Keith and Elizabeth submitted it as evidence because word around town was it was because of drug activity. So my mom texted Keith and Keith's mom and said, hey, I'm concerned. Keith got his leg broke. It's his week. Where is he at? We're behind. Okay, so
Can't, and I think it's I think I think it says stop, but I could be wrong. I think her shirt says can't stop. She can't stop, guys. Look at Judge Frost. Okay. I think these both might be lawyers, but it's complicated. It's very complicated.
fast forward, like I said, when we just had court 3 weeks ago, he produces some letter saying that he couldn't work for 30 days. Okay, that's fine. Those children still got fed for those 30 days, Your Honor. They still got taken care of the essentials. So yes, when we had that meeting last month, the month of June, I did end up having little situations. And I told her, I said, I'm doing the best I can. That's why we did partial, because she'll tell you my kids were in the background. Why? Keith was nowhere to be found, Your Honor. That wasn't even my week to have them the week that this meeting was scheduled for me to attend. Keith, the issue is, I don't know if you have went through our family wizard. Somebody needs to go through our family wizard. Keith has continued to harass me. Keith tried to file a TRO against me 3 weeks ago. The judge told him at this point, I feel like you are harassing her. This is odd. It's weird. Mind you, the judge looked it up. Keith has also tried to drop the current TRO he has against me. Keith, so for instance, when you tell Keith that he's got a 15-minute grace period, Your Honor, Keith takes full advantage of that. The main issue that I have is Saturdays. Keith is every single Saturday, Keith has an excuse. I'm not lying, you can literally check our Wizard app.
No. So this judge, he's good. Okay. This judge handles this every single day. Every single day, he has people in front of him that are outstandingly emotional about outstandingly emotional things. And he knows she has words. She has to say these words, or he's not going to be able to move on. He's letting her say her words. He's going to let him say his words. Then he's going to rein it in, and then he's going to get to the issue. But he knows how emotional these people are when they come in front of him, and he respects that. He respects them, and he knows the court has to move on. He's in a hurry today. He's in a very big hurry today because there's another hearing to get to. But this is the way he does it. This is the way that he does it. He's gonna reel him in. Don't worry.
2 weekends ago, he was supposed to be here for this little girl at 7 p.m. He texts me at 7 p.m. and says he's
This is the court reporter. I'm really sorry to interrupt you. Can you slow down just a little bit, please, for the record?
I'm sorry. He texts and says he's in Rockford. So can I wait 2 hours? Your Honor, I say, yes, that's fine. Keith didn't get here till like 9.
Darkest, we missed you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you guys. Look who's here. How's Malaysia? Yeah. Busy. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so glad you've been super busy. That's good.
30. Once again, all of this is on record in our Family Wizard app. I let her go then. So I guess I'm not understanding where Keith has the authority. So when Keith doesn't want to show up and forfeit his week, Your Honor, because last Saturday there was a police report made. The police came to his house with me because Keith got Kalana at 7:15, Your Honor. At 7:39, as you can see in the Our Family Wizard app, he was harassing me literally with paragraphs back to back. She can't stop crying uncontrollably. Come get her. You and your mom have to come get her. See, this is where I have the issue. This is a sick game. You know we are to meet at this police station on the north side. You know I have a TRO against you. Our child is sitting here crying hysterically. You're literally writing me paragraphs. Your Honor, there's no way possible that Keith got to his house to try to comfort our child before he sent me those multiple paragraphs. So, like the officer said, when we arrived to the scene, Mr. Dismuke, if you can't calm her, then what do you want to do? I forfeit my time. Okay, that's fine. So, Your Honor, I guess I was just baffled and highly confused this Thursday that just passed when he reached back out to get her. Because the level of harassment that I get from Keith and Keith's girlfriend when I do give my children to them is absurd. Let's also backpedal, Your Honor, because since we've seen you, I've had to make multiple police reports that I have proof of on Keith's fiance, Don's Stiller, harassing me when Keith has all 3 of these children. So
Ms.
I guess
Butler, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. So I don't have any access to Our Family Wizard. That's not appropriate for a judge to monitor that. I only see what gets presented to me in court where I could get testimony on it. So if what you're telling me is true and it's all out there, that may be a perfectly good reason for you to get together all those OFW messages that show problems, whether it's inappropriate communication, whether it's missing or constantly being late, anything like that. If you feel like there's a need to adjust the temporary order.
No, there is significantly.
I'm sorry.
There is significantly, but see, that's the thing.
Ma'am, let me finish my comments, and then I'll let you talk.
Okay.
So I need you to, if you want to bring any of that to my attention, you need to put it together, file it, and let me know. We need to modify the temporary order. Here's why. And attach those OFW messages. And that way, me or the commissioner will see what you're talking about. Attorney Westmont, if she has signed up for it and is connected to your case, would be able to review those messages without you providing them.
So I have a question. Are you able to ask Miss Ruth Westmont? Because I sent her a message that Keith, literally, it was a paragraph where he said, "You're a Karen, police, broke bum." I sent that to Miss Ruthmont immediately after he sent it to me. Miss Ruthmont didn't never reply to me. She said absolutely nothing about it.
I do want to correct what I said. I did receive two emails from her on 7/30 where she sent me some documentation, and I'll leave it at that.
It's inappropriate.
And so Judge Frost,
no, we're not gonna have a round robin. I'm gonna let them talk, but we're not gonna have a round robin here.
But she has never made an appointment to come in and meet with me or have a Zoom meeting. She just sent me an email of some text messages documenting when Keith wasn't available and those kind of things. So I certainly can indicate every time she emails me that I've received her email.
Right, Ms. Ruth, but I guess the issue that I have, like I said, why haven't you replied to me? Because July 30th, Elizabeth is no longer my attorney. So I feel like you're not being
Ms. Butler, we're not going to get in all of that today.
Okay, so I'm saying. So I just
Ms. Butler, let me make some comments so we can all be on the same page.
Okay.
There are parties, I'm not saying you're one of them, but I've had them in many cases, who will email a guardian ad litem 10 times a day about every little thing. And if a guardian ad litem would reply to all of it, that's all they'd be able to work on. And they'd have to bill the two of you a fortune or the county a fortune. So Attorney Westmont's going to review things and decide what to respond to or what not to. And I trust her to do that. If at some point it reaches a point where you're just...
Okay, we found out she's a guardian ad litem. She is definitely, who is a lawyer. She is definitely a lawyer. I just don't know for who.
Never getting responses, and it's on productive things that you need her to respond to. File those communications and let me know then. At this point, I'm not going to take any action to replace it.
No, that's fine.
But I need you to work with her to set up times for an appointment. I need you to work with Miss Ajak. Ideally, the time with Miss Ajak, like she said, she needs at least an appointment. Just you without the kids. So if there's a day when Miss Ajak has the kids, that would be the perfect day to try to schedule that so you don't have to find childcare.
So can I ask her something right quick? Because I think that I have a letter saying that August 28th there was a meeting. So is there not a meeting August 28th?
Well, that was the parent-child observation, and I put everything on hold due to this hearing, and I wasn't sure anyone was going to show up for it, so I canceled it.
Oh, okay. I just want to clarify that.
I don't want Attorney Westmont to have to come all the way across town for no good reason.
No, I understand that. That's fine. And so, Your Honor, I guess the other issue that I have, and I'm clear now, I understand I have no issue doing that. The reason that I didn't take the parenting class was because at the time that you awarded Keith Tuesdays to 11 a.m., that was the issue. The class was offered at 11 a.m. That was the time he was dropping her back off to me that kept saying they absolutely cannot have a child in the class. Okay.
Ma'am, let me ask you a quick question. Did you ever take the class? I know we consolidated some other actions.
No, I did not take the class. I literally had my babysitter.
I'm asking you, have you taken it in the past with one of your other children?
No, I have not.
Okay. I don't want the lack of childcare to become a reason why this can't move forward. And if the class just can't work because of childcare reasons, that shouldn't be a reason we can't move your case forward.
And then, Your Honor, not to cut you off, but I guess I was also confused because if I'm not mistaken, Elizabeth made it very clear when we seen Court Commissioner JQ that he said that if he was placing the study that he didn't have to worry about taking the class. Because I specifically remember Mr. Disney complaining about how he had taken the class and I hadn't. And if I'm not mistaken, someone can pull the transcript and Commissioner said that if he was doing the study, then I was not to worry about finding a babysitter or having the feed, because then that was the other issue. So you get what I'm saying? I'm not ducking and dodging. I would take the class. That's fine. But once again, I'm confused. Take the class or don't take the class, because if I'm not mistaken, I was told by my attorney, don't worry about taking the class because they're doing the study now.
So Judge Frost, if I may infer,
go ahead.
We were ordered to take the class about 2 years ago, I believe, with our older children. I took the class back then. Ms. Butler was given multiple opportunities to take the class and didn't. Yeah. What my co-parent is saying is false as far as, harassment.
That's what he calls her, my co-parent. That's her name.
Harassment on Family Wizard or allegations of her saying me calling her bees and broke and things of that nature. It's unproductive.
You never called me broke, so you never called me broke.
Ma'am, I didn't let him interrupt you, so please don't interrupt him.
Yeah, and so I filed several contempt motions over the last couple of months. There's a record of her contemptuous behavior. I believe that her attorneys dropped her because of the continued contemptuous behavior. It's a process of alienation that's been going on. I'm here. I'm a stable parent for my children. They attend school from the South Side, provisionary to my children's childcare. I had our kids in daycare. Me and Miss Butler have not been together for the better part of almost 2 years now. I've moved on. I'm in a new relationship. As of a year, I'm engaged. This facade that Ms. Butler has created through frivolous claims of me and my current fiance's harassment is false. I've moved on happily and gracefully. Ms. Butler is on a warpath. She's catatonic, very irrational, very problematic, very petty.
Well, Mr. Disney, what we need to focus on is I think if she wants to pursue a motion on anything that she was trying to tell me about, she'd need to file it and show some of the proof. So you don't need to disprove it because I already said she hasn't filed anything like that, so I'm not considering it. What I need to hear from you about is why are you not attending your meetings with Miss Hajek?
Okay, and so I as well, the last appointment, this was during a placement week that I had all three of the me not having childcare for them. I actually had to take off work to have the children during this placement period. And so our 1-year-old, she is beginning to walk. So she, you got to be hands-on with your 1-year-old. And then, so, as you hear our sons in the background, childcare becomes difficult when making these appointments. And so, these studies as well. I mean, the court dates, the loss of revenue that I have has been inflicted upon me due to the court appointments, the constant hearings, time spent in the law library advocating for myself as an attorney and filing motions just to have equal time. And so the reason we are going through this process is because I'm advocating for 50-50 custody and placement of the children. Ms. Butler does not want that. And so every time she either does not allow the children to come with me, my only defense is to file contempt. I filed contempt paperwork on Ms. Butler just this past Thursday from her withholding our child. You were to check the Family Wizard documentation in which she is referencing. I never harassed her and told her to come and get our child. I told her that she upset her at this child exchange with excessive buttering up before she left, which caused her this tug-of-war situation. If I may finish, she created this tug-of-war situation with our child where she did not want to leave at the exchange. And so our daughter left crying, and she continued to cry. And as a normal parent would console their child, you bounce her around, walk around the room, give her snacks and things like that. I said, hey, what you did was unproductive. You're
very, very hilarious.
sister, even at this child exchange, because her sister was standing next to her as she passed our daughter off. Her sister told her, Mira, just let her go. You're making
You
it
are
worse.
lying. You're literally lying.
And so if you
Ms.
were to check the
Butler, you
wizard
gotta
app,
stop, or I'm gonna mute you. Mr. Dismuke, we're getting into way too much detail here.
no,
We're done.
Okay.
Ms. Hajek, you have your hand raised.
Yes, Your Honor, I do. Thank you. I just want to note that, I received no telephone calls or correspondence of any kind from the parties indicating they couldn't make these appointments. That's right on my letter. My information is right on any letter I sent out. And when I attempted to call Mr. Dismuke, his voicemail indicated that it couldn't accept messages. So I have no way of really communicating directly with these parties. I shouldn't say these parties because I have been able to get Ms. Butler on the telephone and on a Zoom call, but it did take some pursuance on my part. Mr. Dismuke did not call, he did not reschedule, he did not let me know any of these things. So I'm a little befuddled as to how to proceed here. And that's really the crux of the memorandums that I sent you regarding this case, is that now we're 2 months delayed. So I'm very behind in my work. I don't really have any work at all except for Ms. Butler's initial appointment, which was cut short because she didn't have childcare, and I didn't realize she had children in the room with her. So I had to cut it short. So it feels very chaotic to me, and it's not the norm for family court services. Usually people show up, they call, they say, can you please reschedule me? So I just don't know where to take this other than to put the appointments on the record.
Ms. Hajek, how far out are you scheduling if they try to get back on with you?
I'll check my calendar, Your Honor. I want to say at least 2 weeks.
I'm mainly asking because I'm going to make an order that both parents cooperate with you to schedule additional dates and then attend them. And that we've all had a talk now, so they need to realize there's room to schedule those dates that works for their schedule and yours. And that would be when they have childcare or don't need childcare because the kids are with the other parent. And that it's required that they keep you informed if there's a reason, an urgent reason that they need to reschedule. That's what I expect. That's just what normal people would do when you're taking up someone else's time, is you call and say, I'm so sorry, this happened with my kids. I have to reschedule, and that's fine. We're all humans. That happens to us. But neither party had particularly good reasons why they're just not participating at all, why they're not updating you, why they're not saying this day doesn't work. Can we pick something else? So I want to set a window of time for them to cooperate. And if they haven't by the end of that, depending on who's not cooperating, I'll grant a default against the non-cooperating parent. So if I give you 45 days, 60, what do you think is a realistic?
Well, Your Honor, I have 4 trials that I'm testifying in from now until the end of September. So that eats up a lot of time. The soonest I can really schedule them for an appointment at this point would be Tuesday, the 24th of September. And then after that, I have quite a bit of time, first week in October, beginning September 30th.
So if I say within 60 days, it sounds like the next 30 are bad, but the 30 after that would be plenty of time for them to meet with you?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
And I was scheduled to
Whoa, Ruth, you're very loud. The parents are the kids.
go to the observation as stated on the 28th. And if that's being rescheduled, I am gone the first 3 weeks in September. So those October ones would work with me.
Okay.
Okay, that's noted. Thank you.
All right. So that's what we're going to do, Ms. Butler and Mr. Dismuke. We've had a talk. I'm admonishing you on the record that if either of you fails to show up and participate with Family Court Services, I'm going to have to take action, whether that's preventing you from presenting your case whether that's just issuing a default order, that's what the other side is asking me to order for your failure to participate, or if it's just denying the motion that's currently pending without further hearing because it's not being followed through with. You can't keep wasting Miss Ajax's time, a guardian ad litem's time that the county is paying for, or court time if neither of you want to
Take
keep people
notes here.
informed and get things scheduled on appropriate days and show up. Yeah, Mr. Dismuke, you're going to have to find some way to communicate with Miss Ajax and Attorney Westmont. If you don't have voicemail set up, something so they can be able to reach you and leave messages, whether it's voicemail, whether it's email, something, and you need to keep them informed how to get a hold of you. I get that you can't answer a phone call all the time, but they need some way to get in touch with you if you're not able to take a phone call. Miss Butler, do you have a question?
Yes, I understand all of that's fine. I'm in total understanding of that. What I do want to discuss is Mr. Disney continually saying that I'm not giving her to him. The past 4 weeks, I've given her to him every single time. So I guess, once again, my question is, when Keith texts me and says, come get her because I can't calm her down, there's a thin line. So he gets to continuously pick and choose the days he can handle her and the days he interrupts me having to come back to get her.
Ma'am, it says right in the statute, and you may not have known this, but it does say that a placement order can be modified if a parent is not exercising their right to placement.
Okay.
If they're not following through with their placement for enough time, a court should just take away that right so that you're not in that situation.
So that's what I need to submit all together. Are those documents on Our Family Wizard, him saying I can't control her, come get her, plus the police reports?
Whatever evidence you have that you believe supports a reason to change the temporary order, correct?
Okay.
So you put a motion together and you file that so we can see all the evidence, and then it'll probably be the commissioner with the first hearing, but somebody will put a hearing on.
So the other thing, he wants to continuously get me in trouble or arrested for the days that he misses, but he has makeup days. He has not been denied any of his makeup days, once again, with the exception of this past Thursday. Okay, cool. But my whole thing is, when does Keith get held accountable for not paying his child support? What is his excuse?
Again, I can only act on motions because a person has a right to have notice of a hearing and they need to be informed about what the hearing is about. Otherwise, it's not fair to just impromptu throw a hearing on.
That's my job.
If Mr. Dismuke has no idea why we have a hearing, he can't prepare. So if you file a motion for contempt over child support, or if the child support agency files one on your behalf, then I or the commissioner would set a hearing to decide if he should be held in contempt for not paying his child support. And then we'll issue appropriate orders to do with that. And he would be held accountable.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure Commissioner JQ once again made it very clear to him that he was already in contempt of not paying that. So I guess I'll just resubmit that paperwork at this point. Another issue that we had was he didn't even do his tax return that you told him to do, I believe, 6 months ago.
Try to pull together that information if you can remember when I ordered that or when the commissioner ordered it.
Okay.
If you believe he's not following through on a court order, that is the definition of contempt, is intentionally violating a court order. So if you believe that's still happening, put something in writing. If you call it a motion, that's best. Or if you use the court form for a motion for contempt. But as long as it's something we can understand that it's asking for contempt, and explain in there the facts and refer to the orders that you're saying are being violated. The more detail you give, the easier it is.
I found the setting where I could turn it down as low as it can go. It's the lowest it can possibly go.
Review.
Okay. I guess the other issue, can we just briefly touch bases on our children's school thing? Because Mr. Dismuke is like, oh, they attend the South Side. So once again, Mr. Dismuke has not gotten health insurance for these children. Their bills are still going to he doesn't have health insurance for them. You told him to get health insurance for them. He has not paid off the 50% of the debt that I have incurred for them since you told him to 6 months ago.
Sounds like you need to research.
Our children need school clothes. Mr. Dismuke has not registered our children for school. Mr. Dismuke has not scheduled physicals for our children. So once again, how am I 50-50 co-parenting with someone when I'm being right now held 100% financially for these children, 100% doctor's appointment making,
Court reporter,
100%.
I'm going to need you to slow down, please. Sorry to interrupt you.
I'm sorry. So, and I get that, but you know, the issue, like I said, the principal called me last Friday and said, I called Keith Dismuke and he said he doesn't know how to fill out the paperwork, so you have to fill it out. At what point do we, this is ridiculous.
So ma'am, let me just throw some ideas out there. And Mr. Dismuke, I'm not going to say it's true or false. I'm just going to give some comments on what I think is the best way for parents who are in litigation to act. And that is, you may, if what you're telling me is true, that's a legitimate complaint, but it all has to come up to me in a hearing, whether that's the trial on a motion or a temporary order hearing. And that would be where you show this pattern of evidence showing what the problems were. And if that's, you're getting calls from the school and you're taking notes to say this is what happened, and they could be witnesses you could call at a trial. That's what you do. You collect all this evidence. But what you as parents need to do is be the best parents for your kids that you possibly can. And if he should be doing something and he's not, then what I usually would say that I expect parents to do is the other parent should step up, do it, but keep a record so you can bring it to my attention.
Right.
Ajax's attention, bring it to Attorney Westmont's attention and say, you need to all consider this, judge, guardian ad litem, everyone, because he or she, whoever, is not doing what they're supposed to as a parent. And here's examples.
I made my password the word incorrect. That way, whenever I get it wrong, it tells me your password is incorrect. Oh, yeah, I remember.
B, C, D, E, and F. And that's really powerful evidence when we get to a hearing. Hearing, final hearing, whatever it might be. So what I say is do what you need to get your kids in school, get that all taken care of.
Okay, that's fine.
The other parents should have done it, keep a good record.
And Judge Frost, if I may first. And so the principal from the Southside school called me actually first and asked if we wanted our children to attend the school because they had 2 slots for them. I said, hey, it's right up the street from where I live. My co-parent might be willing. Give her a call. Do you have her number? She did not have her number. I gave her my co-parent's number. She gave her a call. There was never a statement made about me not knowing how to fill out or get them signed up for school. What she's saying is completely false.
Well, let me just ask the most important question for right now. Are your kids registered to go to school somewhere?
No, they're not. They're not.
And so my children.
Well, Mr. Dismuke, it's a yes or no. Are they registered?
It's a no. Somewhere? No, he doesn't know. No.
Yeah, and I told the principal to give her a call.
Mr. Dismuke, yes or no?
No, they are not because Mr.
Okay, Mr. Dismuke, stop. Stop. Mr. Dismuke, you want them to go to this? Which elementary is it?
Ladies, do men really think that? Have we not taught them yet? Y'all are dropping the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Southside.
Sir, what is the name of the school?
The Southside Elementary School. It's right there on the rock.
Miss Butler, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Do you want them to go to that school, Southside Elementary?
No, that's the thing. That school is 3 minutes away from Keith. I live in the north side.
It's a yes or no. And have they ever gone anywhere else? Where did they go last year?
So both of them will be attending this year, K4 and kindergarten. Last year, our child Keith Dismuke went to Henderson Elementary, which is off of Stoughton Road.
And is that no longer an option?
No, so that's an option. However, we have to fill out an out-of-district pass. So then we have the issue that if they don't get accepted there, where will they go next?
And so the problem comes in with her being able to agree with me, on just simple things like that. And so she's been on a warpath in the keep away with our youngest child. She will allow the oldest 2 to come, but then keep our youngest child and even deny placement in the Family Wizard Act. And so if we were to examine Family Wizard Act in the motion for contempt that I filed last Thursday, the evidence, messages of her saying I'm not allowed.
Judge, is there any way that you can mute Miss Butler? I'm really sorry to interrupt. It's hard to hear.
Yeah, Ms.
So I'm
Butler,
trying
could
to
you
I'm not
mute
being
your
heard.
phone until it's your turn to
Please
talk?
listen. Please listen.
I'm just gonna
Thank
mute it
you.
for her.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, and so if I may continue, and so evidence that I filed for the contempt was where her correspondence in the Family Wizard app and her stating word for word, I'm not allowing our daughter to come with you until after the hearing on the today's hearing. And so it's proof, and everything that I filed as far as contempt goes, like it's proof of contemptuous behavior. And so in times where we are supposed to have these studies, if she is in contempt and withholding our daughter, and I'm supposed to bring our daughter to these court appointments or to these studies, how am I able to know? When, when I'm going to have my daughter, if she's withholding her, she's not being held accountable for withholding our daughter. It's contradictory. If she can
It
say,
is, Your Honor. It
Okay.
is because, Your Honor.
Stop,
Your
both
Honor.
of you, please. We don't,
If I may continue, Your Honor.
I squeezed both of you in. I'm duty judge this week and I have a hearing I have to get to. I squeezed you in
He
because I
said
thought this
duty.
was important to keep your case moving. But I have to get back to my duty judge responsibilities and they're already 7 minutes.
He said
They've
duty.
been waiting for me. So we need to get your kids in some school. The two of you need to figure out what that is, or I or a commissioner need to give you, one of you, interim authority to make that final decision. And there are a variety of reasons why either of your schools may be better for your kids to go to, but they need to be thought out, which is which one has better services, which one is a better, well thought out school, which one's closer, how would transportation work for both of you,
House
and
food
have
in the
all those
cafeteria.
ideas thought out. And if at the end of the day, each of you just says, I just want it to be the one that's easier for me, you could say that, but it's going to make it really hard for me or the commissioner to figure out which school to put the kids in. Attorney Westmont, I can't imagine with the level of non-cooperation that you have any insight on where they should go to school.
I don't.
Okay. And I'm
both
frustrated.
schools that are being presented are both actually within my school district or where we live. Ms. Butler resided with me a year and a half ago. This was a home that we had together. So
But you keep clarifying we haven't had over 2 years.
their primary school area is over on this side, and so they
that's
went
irrelevant.
to Thompson, or they went to Henderson. That's in Monona. So
Ms.
either
Butler,
way,
what school did you want the kids to go to?
I'm fine either way.
Ms. Butler, which school were you saying that they should go to?
Well, like I said, if they don't get accepted to Henderson,
Well, why would they go there if neither of you live there?
they go there because, as you stated, if you can prove. So first of all, our child is on the borderline of being autistic. He has been labeled as autistic and severely speech delayed. He has intensive speech therapy specifically at Henderson.
Well, they would do that at any school. His IEP would follow him if you have one.
No, I know, but at the moment, that was just why we went to Henderson, because.
And what is there a different school that's close to you?
So the schools that are close to me are Lakeview and Mendota. From my understanding, there is not a speech therapist available at either Lakeview or Mendota that is able to give him the hours that he qualifies through the state during the school hours. I could be mistaken. Maybe they hired somebody this year. That's fine. I don't have a problem with him going to Henderson again. Like I said, the only issue is us getting them in there.
And Mr. Dismuke, do you want to agree that they both go to Henderson?
Yeah, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. I mean, I had no problem either way. You know what I mean?
Why don't we do that then? And I'll authorize either of you to get that process going. Get your kids enrolled. If Henderson doesn't work, try to talk to each other or to Attorney Westmont to see if she can help you figure out which of the other schools is better. But we got to get your kids in school, especially if they need services.
And that's the thing.
No, 1 second. If you can't reach an agreement, put in writing, each of you, which school you are suggesting and why. It sounds like it'll be, this would only happen if they can't get in Henderson. So you have to pick a different one. Mr. Dismuke, same for you. If they can't get in Henderson, tell me a different one. Explain why. I will say the laws about services are federal laws. Schools can't just get out of them because they don't have staff.
Beverly.
So it is a little better when staff's based in the school. It can be more convenient, but schools have to provide services. So if you get your kids in a school and you have an IEP, if they're not providing the services your IEP calls for, that's a whole bigger problem you should take up with the district, because then they're probably breaking some rules. But you shouldn't be afraid to ask for what your kids need at whatever school they end up at.
All right. Okay, that's fine. That I have no.
All right. Do both of you understand that
I will say,
I'm
not
giving?
to cut you off, Your Honor, I will say I have already took the authority to schedule their physicals because clearly Mr. Dismute doesn't have access to his own health insurance for them. So
Okay.
that
And keep records of all of that and file all of it when you want to seek some kind of a order on it or bring it to trial and share that with Ms. Hajek and Attorney Westmont. I'm going to ask Ms. Hajek to update me in 60 days on whether either or both of you are cooperating or not. And then if you both are, things will just keep proceeding smoothly and we'll get to a final hearing. If one or both of you are not cooperating, Ms. Hajek will tell me and I'll enact a consequence for the person who's not participating. Beyond that, Ms. Hajek, yes, I'll give you an extension. She put in the chat to everyone a request to extend her deadline until January 2nd, 2024. We do need an extension because we've had delays, so I'll grant that extension.
Thank you. Your
Do you
Honor.
need me to draft an order from today or you'll just put it in the minutes?
It's raining green.
I think we're okay with the minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll probably issue a letter in writing warning the parties of the consequences of not participating, because I do think that should be given in writing, but I'll just get that out today.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Good luck, both of you. Please do work on cooperating with each other better and getting your kids in school and everything else. I appreciate it. I'm going to see you all later. I hope you all have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye.
Guys, we need just a minute of quiet after that. Can't stop my hustle and grind. Can't stop my hustle and grind. Words to live by. All right, now it's time for. Oh, I went to look for Vicky and
Why don't you go see her?
I closed it. That's all right. I have it right here. I always have Judge Fleischer right here.
And then I
The
have
goat.
a packed house.
The goat, the goat, the goat. The man. The legend. Okay, time to go to Harris County. Oh, that's green. Thank you so much. No, you're not getting a raise, Donald. Okay, I'll double it. I'll double it. You get double of 0. Hey, chat. So Judge King, nothing new happened. Judge King handcuffed a girl that was a teenager that was sleeping in his courtroom. His parents are suing him for violation of civil rights. He's been taken from the bench so that he can attend some trainings. I support Judge King. I think that people have done, that people need to respect the court. They just do. And it wasn't her sleeping that got her handcuffed. It was her attitude. Her attitude had her handcuffed. And maybe her parents shouldn't be suing Judge King, but taking notes. Just saying. Judge King was trying to help this girl. And I wish a judge would have handcuffed my kids. I wish they'd do it right now. I don't know, just somebody in this house needs to be handcuffed tonight. All right, here's Judge Fleischer. Never, never, never. Okay, that's not true. They said she was homeless and didn't sleep. But when the parents did an interview, they did it from their home. They were about to get evicted from their home, but she had a home. They just want money. They just want straight up money. That's all they want. She had a home. They did the interview from their home.
Good morning, nerds.
I don't think he was being a jerk. I support him. I think he was right.
All right. You ready? Herman?
Spanish arraignment,
Okay. Yep, please.
page 30.
Hillbilly, can you please go to Harris County and hit a family member so you can get in front of Judge Fleischer so that I can hear you? Because I just want to hear your accent so bad.
Okay. I have a packed house today. What's going on? A lot of arraignments or what? Oh, must be THAs. What's wrong? Fernando Villegas. Mr. Villegas, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer, the lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay. Please.
On August 17th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a vehicle crash a little before midnight. Officers spoke with the defendant, who reported that he was driving a 2023 CRV when a 2024 Nissan ran a red light, causing him to strike the vehicle. Officers noticed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, swaying while standing, and defendant admitted to consuming 3 12-ounce Miller Lite beers earlier. Witness stated that the defendant ran the red light and struck her vehicle. She also indicated that the defendant was the driver and the sole occupant of the vehicle. SFSTs showed 6 out of 6 cruise on HGM, 5 out of 8 on a walk and turn, and 1 out of 4 on one leg stand. JC form was read, defendant refused a breath sample, and blood search warrant was executed.
Have you guys seen any prior DWIs?
Okay.
Does he have a valid Texas driver license? You know? Mr. Villegas,
I don't think he does
no?
on the license portion of it.
Mr. Villegas, tell me, are you a United States citizen? Mr. Villegas, are you a United States citizen?
No, I said nothing.
Okay.
No,
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
I said nothing. We just want to.
No.
What happens if you go to jail?
I can be deported.
Right. But you will sit in custody for about 6 to 9 months waiting for that to happen. I'm now putting conditions on your bond. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail and you will be there for an extremely long time. My only concern are 3 things: that you do not drive because you do not have a Texas driver license. Number 2, do not consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And number 3, do not pick up any new cases. As long as you can abide by these conditions, you will be fine. But if I find that you start acting a fool while you're out there in the free world, I will take the free world away from you. And I'm going to tell you, jail really, really sucks. Do you understand?
Yes.
You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me that you're not going to drive. Above all else, I don't care what's going on in your life. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, do not drive. If you can get a license and insurance, come back, show me, and then we can talk about you driving. But until that point, don't drive. You have a lawyer. Herman will take care of you. All you need to do is stay in contact with him. If Herman tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds.
Judge, may I ask a question for Mr. Villegas?
Sure.
His appearance is waived going forward, we already got a reset date. Yeah, I just wanted to do it for him, his benefit.
Yes, so that's why I'm saying, Mr. Villegas, I will waive your appearance. You do not have to waste your time coming to court once a month while we try to get evidence, but you must remain in contact. And what's what I'm telling you. If Herman tells me you play games, that you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, we will just issue a warrant. That's it. I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. You will get to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. After that, my life, you're back. I love it. You will get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to.
Sorry, Melinda. It happens sometimes. Shots fired. Collateral damage happens sometimes. You are all good.
Go. Rachel, so happy to have you. Happy Monday. Now we're gonna have a happy Monday.
Counsel, do you have an arraignment? Last name? Melger. All right, Judge, page 18, Melger, come on up. No, yeah. Oh, Victoria. Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi, good morning. Daniel Melgar.
Yes, sir.
Sir, your charge of driving while intoxicated is elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir. Okay.
On August 18th, 2024, at about 7 p.m., officers responded to a traffic collision call. Firefighter advised that he had strong odor of alcohol beverage and red watery eyes. Defendant stated he was on his way home to Springs from the Astros game and said he consumed one margarita. The accident occurred in Baytown. The SFSTs showed 6 out of 6 on HGN, 5 out of 8 on walk and turn, and 3 out of 4 on one leg stand. The DSC 24 was red, defendant consented to breath sample, and BSCs were 0.167 and 0.161.
Okay, any prior DWIs? Mr. Melgar, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Sir.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Sir.
You're not allowed to drive unless you have both. I am, like I said, I'm finding probable cause. I am ordering as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. If you test positive for any kind of alcohol or dope, you will go to jail. No questions asked. Do you understand?
Sir.
You have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with her, and she will tell you when you have to come back to court. Don't pick up any new cases. You know what's expected of you. If your license does become suspended between now and your ALR hearing or whatnot, you're not allowed to drive. And we will make that a condition of your bond as well. For now, we will have you go to Victoria. Guys, have you run his license, Pavel? Make sure.
You don't have any driver's license.
Yeah, do you mind sharing your license so they can just verify it? And if so, then we'll allow you to drive. Once you do that, we will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You'll eventually get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then you'll be free to go. You must stay in touch with counsel. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and not responding to phone calls, text messages, I will issue a warrant. Understand? So I'm waiving your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming in.
Thank you.
You have to stay in touch.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Judge, page 14.
Does it come with black bowl cut wigs?
Terrell. Felix.
What page did you say?
14, 5, 6, 14.
It's eligible. You got it?
It is eligible,
Great.
yes.
Thanks, guys.
right.
Hey, hold on. Get him up, but I'd like to send Mr. Jones for a drug test. Yeah, this is the gentleman remember Mr. Jones? Can we send him? Yeah, if we can just get that going so we can have him back. Yeah, and then, but yeah, come on up.
You're just rude. You're just mean to me.
Okay, page 14, Judge.
Okay.
I'm thirst. I'm parched.
Well, you're not Cesar Hernandez. You must be Felix Iterel.
Itero Felix, yes, sir, Your Honor.
Is it Iterel?
Itero,
Itero.
yes, sir.
Sir Itero, you're charged with criminal mischief.
Yes, sir.
You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On August 12, 2024, officers were dispatched to a criminal mischief call at an apartment.
Yeah, but
Officers made contact with a complainant who advised that her baby's father kicked in her back door. She advised he did this to search for money that he gave her to buy the clothing for the child. Complainant had already spent the money, so the defendant didn't find it. Defendant then left the apartment after gathering his belongings. The complainant identified the defendant by the photo, and the total cost of damages was $976.
Do you know whether she wants to have contact with him? Have you guys been able to?
She's with me, Judge. Your Honor, she's with me.
She's here now.
Yes, sir.
You guys want to go try rip real quick? All right, so I was going to bar her from having any contact with you unless I know that she wants to.
Yes, sir.
We can send one of the DAs to go have a talk with her now. And then, so Miss Iterel, I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do not pick up any new cases.
No, sir, no, sir.
I don't want to have to revoke your bond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you do for a living, sir?
I work, sir. Got 2 jobs. I do home or health care from 4 to 7, and from 11 p.m. to 7 p.m. I do night watching for real estate company. James Thibodeau.
Can you afford a lawyer?
Oh, yes, I have one, Lot Brooks, Mr. Lot Brooks.
Have you already hired him here?
Oh, yes, sir. He said he was gonna come.
So let's do this. I'm just gonna have you take a seat in the pew over there. We'll have a reset, but don't leave.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, I'm gonna issue a warrant and then we'll wait for Lot to come, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
For sure.
Right this way.
Thank you.
I guess we'll
Birdie.
wait. I don't know.
All right,
Yeah.
Judge, next is page 21, Perez. Natalia, Sally.
I've done them for less, Rebecca.
Ms. Perez, you were charged with racing on a highway. Your case is nearly 500 days old and you have taken off on me over and over and over. We decide today what happens with your case. Take a seat for me in the jury box. You're not allowed to leave.
Next judge is page 27, Tyrell. Ian, come on up. That's it.
Okay, do we have THAs?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right, we have first one on
Just doing
page-
THAs now, so.
page- I know, you just said- Page 1, Baltazar, come on up.
Hey, Vic. Good morning, Mr. Baltazar.
Morning, Your Honor.
Do you have a lawyer today?
Sure.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
Kind of hiring this week.
But I sold the vehicle. I have the plates. I have a new vehicle. I have everything registered under my name.
Can't talk to you about the case. You need a lawyer to represent you.
So
Okay, I don't make the deals with you. It's the DAs and
I understand.
you know what I mean? How old are you? What do you do for a living?
I'm currently unemployed right now.
Why?
Due to this, I was working at FedEx, but I quit it due to there's just too many problems. And right now I'm trying to apply. I'm trying to get rid of this case so I can be a driver, a truck driver.
You're going in circles. You quit your job. You're not making any money, but you need a lawyer to represent
I
you.
have
And lawyers don't work for free.
And I have money saved up for a lawyer. So I was gonna ask if I can have a reset.
Who do you live with?
Parents.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir. Sorry, what was that?
I want me to appoint you a lawyer. Would you
No,
like a court-appointed lawyer?
I can hire one.
Okay, all right. We'll give you another month. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
when you come back, please have a lawyer. Okay?
Also, I have the driver's license and insurance that you asked me to prove. I have that on me with me today.
Okay, let me take a look.
I have it on my phone. Can I pull it out?
Sure. Driving affidavit, so he was driving in.
Actually, no, my driver's license number. Do I mind sending it to you? That's my picture of my ID, but that's my driver's license number.
Do you know how to run a license? It's Ileana, right?
Yes, Judge.
Do you know how to, on Mr. Baltazar, can you run his license and see if it's eligible?
May I have the,
And then you said you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes. It's 487-531-80.
Okay.
Yes,
Will you help the lawyers so they can get out too?
yes. Council for a reset?
And this is my insurance right here.
You need me or do you want? She's ready.
Sorry if I can-
Michelle, like, can we help you? Oh, for that thing? Okay.
insurance is hard, Judge.
Okay, have you been
And
able
the
to verify the
driver-
license? Let me see. I want to see the insurance stuff.
The driver license is eligible.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, good job. All right, we'll allow you to drive. Just maintain liability insurance while you're driving the whole time. Don't let it lapse. If it lapses, meaning that if you don't pay the insurance and it goes out, no more driving. I will make a notation now that we are allowing you to drive. And then we'll just have you sign a reset and then you're good to go.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
all right, Mr. Baltazar, good job.
Have a good one.
Jojo, I think I'm getting a cold. What can I do right now, today, when it first started to stop it? Give me something. Whiskey? Is it whiskey? Say it's whiskey.
Yeah.
Ron Smith, this is how that was that AJ hearing, previous reset. I should see if you want it. If you don't want it, I already did it, so. It's up to you. Whatever you hear today. Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to you about it this afternoon. If you want it, I'll give it to you. If you don't want it, I'll do it. About to get reset. Did you talk to her about Wednesday or Thursday?
Sorry.
Any preference?
She said a couple of days. I prefer Thursday.
Okay, Mr. Elick, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Samantha Salazar. We're set for a hearing today. I tried to get in contact with her yesterday.
She's not even here.
She's not even. She did text me this morning at about 7 saying she had a stomach flu, and I do believe her. I mean, she doesn't have any proof. But
That's it.
Well,
Get her.
Should we SFBF till Wednesday?
No,
Okay.
no, she's on probation. She picked up 2 assaultive cases. And are they felonies or misdemeanors? I don't even
It
remember.
was injury with a prior against mom and injury to, or assault with a prior to mom, injury to the grandma, so elderly. She ultimately pled to the injury to the elderly.
Thank you,
pled?
Sherry. Thank
But
you.
deferred to that, yes.
Wow. Salazar's last name, right?
I'll be honest, Your Honor, I wanted to litigate the whole thing. Frank.
I mean, upstairs?
No, well, I mean,
Well, he
I'm
was a
upset
counsel
that
upstairs.
she pled out because now I can't even, now I don't know if I can plead untrue to all of it, but
And that's the allegation that we will go on now.
I understand.
So now she made a 10,003 bond now. So I'm setting it at 25,004. And we'll get it when we get her.
So in the meantime, are you gonna stay on?
I'll stay on.
Okay,
I mean,
if it's this
Salazar's
week, I mean,
show.
I would like to do it this week, but
Yeah.
I guess
just call
we
her. I
probably
mean,
can't do that. I mean,
she would just need to.
And then,
I guess, turn herself in
do it when we
Wednesday,
get her.
Thursday. Or do something Tuesday, do it Thursday, something like that. If you still want to do it Thursday.
Now we will go forward
Because
on
my-
what she pled.
Right there.
She pled to the injury to a child, or she pled to the injury to the elderly. So that's it. Okay, guys. Mr. Elick, do you want to stay on? Do you want to?
I'll stay on, Your Honor, and I'll try to have her turn herself in, and I guess we'll reschedule.
No, there's no rescheduling
No reschedule.
because we issue the warrant. It'll just stay in warrant status till we pick her up.
Well, I mean, when
Well,
she turned, in the
well,
event that she
If
gets.
she turns her in,
If she turns herself in, then I can.
and what we'll do is we'll just go through the whole,
Shebang,
dog
yeah.
and pony show and yeah. That's
Yeah, I
it.
was hoping he'd stay on since he already has access to everything.
I mean, I've already prepared.
No, and please do. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, bud. And then we'll just reach out to you. I'll let you know when we do get her. Or you,
I mean, would the court prefer her to turn herself in court, or, I mean,
it would probably be, I don't know what she wants to do, right? Probably the cheaper way would be to do that.
Hawaii, you are very, very, very funny. Hilarious. I'm sorry. You are very, very, very hilarious.
Right, so that she doesn't have to pony up 25 for,
I mean, if we just show up, if she shows up, can we just have a hearing, or does she need to go into custody and?
if she shows up today, we can have the hearing, right? If she shows up post today,
Then we'd have to get it, set at some
and
point
I'm
for a hearing.
putting her in jail and then we can have the hearing.
I mean, I don't think she has a doctor's note. I mean, I understand. That's what it is.
Okay, yeah, okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Gosh,
Morning, Judge. How you doing?
hey,
I'm here on Mr. Last name is Tyrell. Ian Tyrell.
this is a new case.
This is a new case.
Tyrell,
He's in the courtroom.
you mind bringing it up? We have to do probable cause.
Sure. Mr. Tyrell?
I want to say that we know Mr. Tyrell, right?
Judge, I'm doing his felony case as well.
Okay.
That case is set for September 26th.
Got it.
He already has conditions on that case.
Too late.
Yep, I remember Mr. Tyrell. Yep, he has picked up a disorderly conduct with a firearm where we had to revoke his bond multiple times for his failure to appear and or bond violation. So, Mr. Tyrell, you're now stand charged with interference with the emergency request for assistance. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
Sure.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You also stand charged with an assault of a family member impeding breath. So let's do it. Ms. Elaine.
On August 18th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance. Complainant and defendant are dating. Complainant advised she went through defendant's phone and saw messages. The defendant was sending to another girl. Complainant threw water on defendant's face as he was asleep, and an argument ensued. Defendant grabbed complainant by the neck with his left hand for about 5 seconds, causing complainant pain and preventing her from being able to breathe. Complainant attempted to grab her phone to call the police, but defendant took the complainant's phone and keys to prevent her from making the call. Complainant ran outside and was able to get help calling 911 from a neighbor. Witness advised she observed complainant sitting curled up in the hallway, and witness asked complainant if she was okay. Complainant stated she was hiding from defendant and asked if the witness could call the police.
Mr. Terrell, I'm going to find that there is probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? Sure. You're also ordered not to have contact with this person as well. Sure. I am also. Val, can you file a protective order in this place? This emergency request.
Judge, was it?
Terrell, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay. So Yasha, do you want the same date as a felony?
Please, Judge.
You must stay in contact with counsel. If he tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm not going to play games with you, Mr. Terrell.
Sure.
I'm not going to play games with you like we did the last time. The first instance you start toying with us, I'm going to make your bond so high, your head will be spinning round and round and round it goes. Do you understand? I will first have you go to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. You will then meet with Rachel for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go.
Okay. Thank you,
Hey, Will.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
Good morning.
Approaching on,
No? Right?
no.
Oh, no?
Should I be?
No,
I hope not.
I figured you would be. That's.
No. He's supposed to be transferred on Wednesday, I think.
So are we all good on Mr. Patel? Yeah, okay, great.
Not that one. Mr. Calhoun is who I'm here on. Give me a heart attack, Judge. Come on. He's custody.
Page 36, Your Honor.
76? What?
36.
Oh, 36.
No scary either.
What?
We all good? Everybody good? It's Monday.
So tell me about Mr. Calhoun.
So just pointed to his theft case. He has, I think, at least 5 pending felonies. His bond's been denied on most of those. He has a setting on 828 on the most recent one. The case is very old. Just spoke with him. He also has a parole hold.
I've been busy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Victoria
I'm
asked
not
me-
gonna, they gave him a PR bond here in this case. I'm not giving him a PR bond.
That's fine. He knows.
He's not
the
going
game.
anywhere anyways, right?
Yeah, he's not. His bond's been denied on at least 4. Right?
5 cases. What happened? Why?
I mean, because he has so many. He's got.
Who's that guy?
It's like he's just a serial car thief, carjacker.
Okay.
Allegedly.
So it looks like the felonies are set for 8/28. You want to do sometime next week, and then we'll see where they go with that, and then we can set it.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna set his bond at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5,006. Okay, just so you can tell me.
I never agreed to a calendar. Ever.
Did you give me glasses? I want your glasses.
Aloha Mora.
So 5,006 on calendar.
One time. Absolutely undisclosed Lancaster, Pennsylvania has never been disclosed to anybody. They're interviewing me later, interrogating me later. We need more months. We need 13 months. Oh, the calendar. I mean, the covers one. Never mind, we're good. That's it. Everybody who says I don't know the names of my cats, I'm going to interview in front of everybody. And you have to get all of your answers perfect. You can't mess up any of them.
Hey, Mr. D. Ben?
Got a plea on Mrs. Aaliyah Pendergraft, Judge. We're proceeding on the theft case, and upon completion, the state will be dismissing the criminal mischief case. Time served.
Ms. Pendergraft?
Yes, sir. Sent to the judge.
11 cats and a dog. One of the cats found a new home today. 6 more to go.
Ms. Pendergraft, you're charged with theft, you're charged with criminal mischief, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine on the theft. Looks like as part of the agreement, they're going to dismiss the criminal mischief.
Absolutely not, Fozzie.
How many
No,
thefts
no,
does this
no.
make for you? You know what happens next time?
Yes, sir, I'm aware.
What happens next time?
It's phone, and I'll do prison.
If you steal a $5 pen from Walmart, skip scanning, you will be looking at years instead of days. Next time you get the itch, find another release, find something else to do. Because it's not worth it. Do you understand?
Yvette,
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequence. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. This will go on your record. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any cases that you pick up here. But like I said, you pick up another theft, you're looking at years. You understand? How do you plead to the offense of theft, man?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty.
Take them from other people.
You said 14 or 4? So 9 days in jail. You said 4.
Yes.
4 days credit. You will be walking out of here today. I'll roll your court costs so you won't earn anything, but like I said, do it next time. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Dean.
Yes.
I'm not fast forwarding it because Victoria is coming up. Hi, Victoria.
Hey,
Donald, they're begging me to
hit
put the
bottom
wig
of
on.
15, BVR. Check in. Both. Bottom as well.
So both checked in this.
Okay. Ernesto Leon. Come up.
Go to sleep, girl. Go to
Take
sleep.
a seat for me in the jury box. You're not allowed to leave.
That's what I say when people come over. Take a seat in the jury box. You're not allowed to leave. Ramona. Hi, Ramona. Guys, there's Victoria. Look. Shh, there's Victoria. Hi, Victoria.
So that was great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her hands are a bit scary.
Okay.
She needs to move slower.
Yeah. And then also, let's get cooking on the.
Yeah, we can do that. This one was a problem that might take a while to resolve, like as far as the warrants and then the but we can definitely start Tuesdays again. 2-5, 2-4, 2-6-4.
Turner, come on up.
All right, so it's 2 cases.
This is correct. She's been dismissed.
Her voice
Matt
is
Future.
Gary's.
Case has been dismissed.
Corners.
We've done PC on this case already, though.
Yes, because he came in for his 7-day setting.
Right.
The stats are just all messed up.
Okay, so
Good morning, Judge. I was also gonna ask if we could maybe consider modifying his bond conditions. He drives a non-driving affidavit, but he drives for work and he also takes care of his mom, who is disabled and handicapped.
does he have a Texas driver license?
Yes, he does.
And he
Does he have
starts work
liability
Monday.
insurance?
Yes, you are.
Does he have any open DWIs elsewhere?
No, sir.
Pavel, did you get this cause number?
No, Judge.
Can I give it to you and just run an NCIC for me, please?
Sure.
2524264.
2524 what?
2524264. Yeah,
NCIC for priors?
yeah. Anything else open anywhere else?
Sure, the feedback
I don't have
form is
notes
in
on why
mod
we did
chat.
the no driving affidavit.
Yeah, he did it before I got here, so I wasn't able to speak with
We
you.
do it for a reason. I don't do it just for the, shits and giggles. There's gotta be a reason, right?
He was driving pretty fast. He was going about 100 miles per hour.
I apologize for the bad language. I had no idea.
So we do understand. that
Was
this
it
is-
just about 100 or was it 120?
No, the report says between 100 and 110. It doesn't state an exact number.
Your Honor, he doesn't have any prior DWIs. The only cases I see are 2 business cases from the 90s.
Okay, and in this case, how fast is he going?
Judge, on this case,
Between 100 to 110 miles an hour.
And that's why we did it. Weaving in and out of traffic. And if I remember correctly, he also had booze in the car with him, right?
Yes, sir.
No,
Hello, real
sorry.
section.
Actions have consequences, Mr. Turner. You could likely kill someone at that with booze in the car. I would think that it's elementary that you would know above all else, that we're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while we're driving, going 100 to 110 miles an hour, weaving through traffic. I want you to appreciate the awesome power and privilege it is to have the ability to drive. It is not a right. It is a privilege. And we in Harris County lead the nation in fatalities related to drunk driving because of this very fact pattern. So I want you to appreciate it until I know that you do. Ixnay on the driving aid. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
There is an affidavit, and I'm going to tell you now that if I find you driving, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail every time you drive. I want to know that he appreciates it at some point. Come back to me and then we can talk. But,
Yes, sir.
you know, a day, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, that's just not enough for him to really appreciate it is. We live in a really, really big county where it's, you know, not having the ability to drive really, really sucks. And I want you to appreciate it. And when I get that and when I know it, then we'll talk again. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck, Mr. Turner. So we'll just give you a normal reset. I will waive your appearance, so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel and they will tell you when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So maintain contact.
Okay, hold on, guys. Let's think about this. There is 4.781 million people in Harris County. That's, I mean, if you think about how many DUIs are in New York City every day, that's, I mean, they might lead the nation, but they have a lot of freaking people that living there. A lot.
And they'll tell you when you have to come back to court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Until that point, show me that you appreciate it, and then we will talk.
Yes, Your Honor.
We were here today where she said the system stuff he didn't fill out, and so.
Do we need to give him a PR bond, or what do we need to do?
Excellent question.
Okay, so we'll issue a warrant. Bond's already set at $100 on each. So we'll just leave that as is, and then we'll give you a PR bond. Now, I'm not going to give you another one. If you pick up a new case, start acting like a fool in the free world, I will take the free world away from you. No more PR bonds. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll give you 2 PR bonds now, and that's it. Okay, so just don't leave. We're gonna have to do a bunch of paperwork with you, and at that point, if you want to go ahead and pick a reset date, we'll give you, 45, 60 days, whatever you're happy with, and then we'll go from there. Okay, yes, ma'am. All right.
So if you'll just give Rachel the case numbers and then.
All right, Judge, you want to start CHA?
No.
Yes?
Victoria, we have a court reporter question. Not a coordinator question, a court reporter question, but you're smart. You're very smart. So, how does Ramona handle Pig Latin? How does she handle Pig Latin in the transcripts? Also, Spanish. I mean, does she do her transcripts in Spanish and English and Pig Latin and whatever other language he just blurts out? How does she do that? Ramona is awesome, guys. See? Yep. She's awesome. Shout out to Mary Beth and Payroll. Mrs. Michael. Donald, you've not met E for everyone. Say Mrs. Michael, like she's not gonna, never mind. Knuckle sandwich you.
Yes.
All right, page 2, Beltran, come on up.
Mr. Beltran, do you have a lawyer today? That's it. Your case is 71 days old. We will move forward with trial if you don't have it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
2 weeks.
Hi, misconduct.
That way.
Right this way. All right, so next is page
I
8.
ain't scared of Michael.
David?
He's just a sheriff.
Mario Betancourt.
Victoria, on the other hand.
Come on up.
Did Betancourt check in?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
Okay. I need to know if so, it goes in this way, sir. What was your last name?
Page 8,
Davis.
Davis.
Okay. All right, good morning, Mr. Davis. Tell me, do you have a lawyer today? Sorry?
I don't have one.
You,
Tell me what you're doing about
misconduct.
that.
Thank you.
Working on some of the payment plans I can't afford right now, so therefore.
How do you survive? Sorry?
My mobility, but you took that privilege away, so I've been having to drive too much, so.
Did I take that away, or did you take that away yourself, Mr. Davis? You're gonna blame it on me, like all your other problems?
I'm not blaming it on you.
You just did.
Sometimes I can't even speak without being cut off. It made it seem like I'm being a bad guy about it. But then yet, if I'm saying what I'm saying right here, right now, I blame you for anything. Take responsibility for everything I did done. Sorry.
Attitude.
So I just need a little bit more time.
You told me just now that I took your mobility away. You were the one that is charged with your second offense of driving on a suspended license and then fleeing from an officer.
Fleeing, man.
I'm telling you what you're charged with.
I'm telling you what I wasn't doing.
Okay.
It's not true. Check your video cam, and when they get the lawyer, they will show you that's not true. And then yeah, when they
Doing
pull
life,
me,
Mr. Davis.
huh?
What are you doing life?
I'm a barber, caterer, do a lot of things. My HVAC work, but it's like right now it's slow because I'm not mobile. But I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And can I raise my hand and say something? That's all I'm trying to say.
I don't want to
No
talk
harm.
about the case because I've got a
All
bunch of
right.
DAs here.
All right.
The only question is how much money do you make a month?
I already told you that. Then you said I couldn't afford a public defender.
I'm not gonna, with your attitude, I was considering giving you a lawyer. Now I'm gonna get you out to reset. And I'm gonna tell you this now. Your case is 109 days old. I will bring you back to the next setting. And then after that, we're gonna set your case for trial. So get ready, Mr. Davis. Over there.
At least he had a nice
Attitude,
shirt
that's
on.
what's up. The next time you will be held in contempt.
How much time, Judge?
30 to, no, 2 weeks.
Oh, Judge.
All right, Judge, next
Oh my
is
God,
page
Steve is here. Hi, Steve.
12, Gonzalez, Adam, come on up.
Guys, Steve is freaking hilarious. I drive every time I go to New York. It's crazy driving. You just go. It doesn't matter about lanes. If you need to go there, you just drive there. People just go. That's just hilarious. That was so funny. Attitude. Why did you get 10 years, sir? Attitude. It's my eyes. It is too bright. My eyes are burning tonight. Stupid camera. I have a
Okay, what
job.
is your last
I
name, sir?
can't afford meth.
Gonzalez. Okay,
Page 12, Your Honor.
thanks. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, do you have a lawyer today? Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that.
Tell me what I'm gonna do.
You need a lawyer to represent you. You're facing 6 months in jail. And what have you done to find a lawyer?
I've been calling around trying to get like the best price I can see.
How many people have you called?
So actually they've been calling me, so I've just been kind of talking to them and seeing what price works best out for me.
Okay, and what have you found?
I'm waiting for them to call me,
It's
Judge.
a little bit too expensive right now, but still looking.
You need to call more people. 99% of the lawyers in Harris County will put you on a payment plan if you ask. You pay a couple $100 a month, they'll represent you.
A payment plan is fine, but 5,000 is still 5,000. Or no, with a payment plan, 5,000 is still 7,000.
In this case, you just need to find the right lawyer. You need to start calling 20 people plus to find out. But at some point, you will find someone that will represent you. Just negotiate with them. Don't take them at first blush. You need to start calling around more. You understand?
Victoria, we
I'll
all
have you
want
go
to
to
know
Victoria.
how
We'll give
mom
you
is
more
doing.
time. We'll give you another 30 days.
Ramona's
Start
mom.
calling around. Okay? All right.
All right, Judge, next is page 19, O'Connor, come on up.
O'Connor does not have the luck of the Irish today, I'm thinking. I'm guessing. We'll find out.
Good morning, Mr. O'Connor. Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that.
But you say it was too soon, so you said go to court, get a reset, then you can do it after.
So we'll give you another setting. You'll have him or her. Okay. You want to head on over to Victoria. We'll give you another setting.
That time you said I need insurance.
Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Okay. You have liability insurance. You want to drive?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see it. And then if you have it, then we'll allow you to drive. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Fletcher, love your whiskey. Love your whiskey. Honey. Actually, Fletcher, I would love to send you one of our whiskeys that we make here in Pennsylvania. Listen, it really is good. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. I know your hackles went up when I said that, and I'm with you. I'm with you, but it is really good.
Is your name on this thing?
Yes, sir. It's on the next page.
So you have the ability to drive all these cars?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's pretty cool. There's like 15 different cars. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, we'll take it off. We'll allow you to drive. Okay, just maintain insurance the whole time and then we're good. And as long as your license is valid too, then we're okay.
David
All right.
E.
I will make a notation now that
drink,
you have
Donald.
the ability to drive. Just be careful, okay? Allowing him to drive. I'll make the notation. That's top of page 19. Yes. No, I've got Marcos here. Marcos, ready?
Judge. Judge, I don't refer to Mr. Edson Perez. That's all.
Okay, you said Perez, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
He has already signed the PTI agreement at my office. We're just requesting additional time for him to get the interlock on the car and pay the DA fee.
Is the last name Perez?
It should be, Judge, yes. Perez.
I'm sure it's not a different name.
Nice, nice.
Elizondo? No.
Okay, it's 212. How long do you want? Thank you.
2 weeks. 2 weeks would be good, Your Honor. Because his car's in the shop. He should be getting it out this Wednesday.
Okay.
And he should be able to get the interlock and pay that fee.
Got it. Okay, after that though, that's it.
I
Is that the
understand.
time after that?
I understand. Thank you, Judge. May I be excused? Thank you.
Go make that money so you can buy Michael some pretty things.
I'm ready.
Yes, sir, I was just giving the state a heads up. If I may, Your Honor.
No, legal, you
Okay,
cannot.
I have an off-docket request, but an urgent one, if I may.
Okay.
What
What's
the cause
the
number?
request number?
It is 251-8349. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So on presently, so Mr. Evans, by way of background, he does have a.
It's in treatment, correct?
Yes, sir. Thank you for remembering.
Yeah.
He's successfully completed treatment. He's participating in aftercare program. He's going to meetings. As the court may recall, Mr. Evans is also an officer of the court. He and his wife is from Canada, which is where DWIs is pretty much a no-no. We do have the interlock on presently. We had a previous DWI from 10 years ago that was dismissed. Which I think was what gave the court concern. What we're asking, because we're trying to kind of, for the time being, keep Mr. Evans' driving record and criminal record clear of evidence of the DWI so that he can enter Canada eventually with his wife and family. We would ask that this court remove the interlock.
I haven't even seen him. He's never even been here.
Oh, yes, sir. He's here now.
Is he here now?
Yes, sir.
Right, but have we done, has he signed conditions or no?
He signed bond conditions the first time, and he was here in person. The second time after he entered treatment, I came, the court waived his signature for obvious reasons because he was in treatment. He's been completed the treatment program almost 2 weeks ago. We're not on docket yet, but we essentially, if he still has the interlock.
Why do you want me to take the interlock off?
Because he still has the interlock on his vehicle. If there's not an order removing it by August 30th, then DPS will suspend his license and that will be on his record as the reason. So then eventually it'll cause him problems when he's trying to.
They won't suspend it just because of that. I mean, unless he's got to send in the $10 fee, then they won't suspend his license.
Well, Your Honor, there is the matter of the SR22, the $10 fee, but it will also.
I would never shun you, ever, ever. Wild bears couldn't make me shun you. And this doesn't sound urgent. He said this was urgent.
Create the record on his driver's license, which is part of the issue here, because his wife is a Canadian national. He's
the ALR hearing.
The ALR hearing is set for this Thursday, but that would be just on the refusal, the separate matter of.
It'll still suspend his license, so if you lose it.
Thank you.
Unless.
No. And that's not because of the interlock. That's just the ALR hearing. If you lose the ALR hearing, his license is going to be suspended regardless. Take a breath test.
Sorry?
Do you take a breath test in this case?
No, sir.
His license is going to be suspended for 6 months.
Well, Your Honor, we do have the ALR hearing. If the department is able to meet its burden, then yes, it will be suspended, but there is a good chance that it won't. And I'm an optimist. I think that.
Sure. Let's do this. Do the ALR hearing. Let me know what happens, and then we'll come back. If I do take it off, I'm gonna put a scram.
$10 won't even make me shun you, Donald. Never. Ah, but wait a second. If it's an Amish shunning, then it's funny, and then I might do it.
On him, so I know that he's not drinking. So because of the issues that he has, I don't want to let him go without anything. I want him to have one thing or the other. I mean, he can choose. The problem is that I don't want him getting in the car if he's had alcohol on board, right?
Of course.
So I'm going to give him one or the other. It's going to be he can choose which one he wants to have, right? But let's not put the cart ahead of the horse, right? Have the ALR hearing. You said, when is it? This Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Okay, let's do this. Come back to me on Friday. Okay, he doesn't have to appear. We'll waive his appearance because it's not old, right?
It's July 4th.
Please, I would have shunned Fozzie for
He's not
$1.
undocumented, right?
No, sir. Right, so we came because he
Yeah, so let's do this. Have your ALR hearing, come back, let's see what happens. Because if it gets suspended, it's gonna get suspended regardless. It's the interlock portion is irrelevant to whether it gets suspended or not. As far as the ALR, for ALR purposes, right? If you want me to take it off, I will, but I'm gonna put the scram on it.
There's nothing I can say to persuade the court
No,
otherwise.
not with the prior DWI and with the fact that he's in treatment and he has issues. You know, I have a concern, right? And I don't want him using. And I want to know, and I'm not going to take his word for it that he's not using. I don't want to take it. I can't take his word for it. I have to have something on him to know that he's not using.
So,
okay. Thanks.
take your time.
All right, Judge, ready for the next case, Jay?
Yep.
Page 26, Torres, Daniel, come on up.
Maida is shunning.
Real?
I think.
Good morning, Mr. Torres. You have a lawyer today?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Okay, so just go ahead. Who is it?
Brian?
And who?
Brian starts with a C.
Brian starts with C.
Yeah, I'm my phone's on as well. Brian,
Who's Brian starts with a C? Lawyer. You sure it's not Dan?
no, sir, it's Brian.
All right, well, just go ahead, take a seat. When he gets here, then
I'll turn my phone on and look it up.
for sure. Hi. Hey. Tell me what's going on with science.
Science, I'm waiting on the voucher to receive it from the case trio. Once I receive the voucher, I'll be able to take it as soon as
What
possible.
does that mean? You're waiting on the voucher?
It's so I don't have to pay fully out of my own pocket to receive to take the test. So they're gonna be doing it for free because I'm under case trio with HGC. So they're trying to help me with the best of their ability. So I can get the test done.
Do you know when that's gonna happen or no?
As soon as I email them, I have to give them these score dates, which I took last night. Of course, it takes some studying to do, and I did pass it.
Great, good job.
So as soon as I can email her and let her know that I need to do the one for the science, she'll give it to me. And then after that, I can take the full GED test.
Fozzie, your wife wants you to pick up some more milk at the store, please.
But unfortunately for my language arts part, I did take that test back in 2019 when I was incarcerated. So I may have to take that one again because I think they say you have to do it in 6 months before taking the test. Like all scores have to be done. So that's another voucher I'm going to ask for. But I did pass that one, so it should be as easy to pass it as it was before.
Okay, so if we give you 2 weeks, you think you'll have science done by then?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, make it work. Come on, you're so close.
So close.
3 weeks, please.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Corey. What's up?
Mr. Dorsey in the holdover, there's a motion to adjudicate.
Okay, wait, guys. Did you hear what he said? Hold on. It just hit me. Sorry. I have Mr. Darcy in the holdover. He has a motion to adjudicate in the holdover. Okay, remember how Judge Fleischer said there's a room in the back, a jail, prison cell or whatever, room in the back, and then there's downstairs with the big cell. I bet you that's the holdover. Now we know. Holdover, or we don't know. We're guessing. I'm guessing. I guess good sometimes though. Holdover, and then what do we call the one downstairs? What do you call a cell in a courthouse? Mitochondria. Never mind.
Sale or display of harmful material to a minor. That's what he picked up. In Harris County or somewhere else?
And that's what he's playing guilty
Dope. So what, you don't know what the disposition of that was though? Was that a misdemeanor or felony?
I'm not sure if
It's a
it was, I
misdemeanor.
usually look at the JS, I'm not sure if it was sent on 1244A or if it was just a misdemeanor.
No, I think it's just a,
He did,
Excuse me, Pavel, but you need to stand when you're speaking to our judge.
you saw 20? How much credit does Mr. Dorsey have to?
Victoria, you
You
can
wanna
stay
check in?
seated.
Jacob Dorsey, how much credit does he have? What is it?
99.
You want to just do 100 credit for 99? Yeah, let's do it. And then, yeah, we'll just unset term.
we need to fill out any paperwork on my.
Yeah, there's a stipulation and then the waiver.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any more THAs?
All right, Judge, page 20, Ortiz, come on up.
Man, we're going backwards.
Juan Ortiz.
Did we not do a Torres? Good morning, Ms. Ortiz. Do you have a lawyer today?
I do, but she says you want to do a motion to reset or something like that.
Okay, who is it? Who?
If she's at time mark 1 hour and 37 minutes, I think, or before, I got her. If not, I'll get her on Saturday, I think.
Marty Garcia?
Marty Garcia?
Yeah.
I don't know a Marty.
See,
Are they
Victoria
going to
knows.
be here
She doesn't
today?
even have to.
Do you know?
I don't know, Your Honor. She just told me to show up.
Have you paid him any money?
Yes, Your Honor.
You gave him money? I would assume that he's gonna be here. Do you want to call him and see if they're gonna come?
She said she was gonna do a motion to reset or something like that. I don't know.
First thing they have to do is they have to sign on to the case, attaching them as your lawyer. I don't see that they've done that. Do you? On top of page 20? One Ortiz?
Your Majesty,
No
leave
one
Melissa
has filed
alone.
any kind of documents. No one has done a motion for a reset or anything. You want to reach out to them and see what's going on?
Amen, sister.
We don't have anything yet.
Okay.
Typically what happens is the lawyers will appear either Zoom or they'll come here to file the motions, but I don't know. Reach out to them and see if they're gonna come, and then, if they're not, I can give you a couple more weeks for you to, try to get them here. I don't
No,
know.
I hate you.
Your Honor, I think she's in court, so she might not answer me. I think that's what she said. She was gonna be in
Perhaps they have an assistant or someone that can give you more information. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to just, I don't want to reset you in the event that they come here, So let's see if they come here. If not, then we'll give you a couple more weeks.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. And then just try to see what you can do. Call them to see, are you going to file? Have you done it? When are you going to do it? And then just let us know.
I should end
Yeah?
this stream quick before
Yeah, just go outside and call. Okay.
Joking. That would be funny though. Hi, Lacey.
Oh.
Next is a 26 Torres Daniel.
Oh, he says he has an attorney.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, but he's not here yet. Daniel starts with a C.
Page 27, Olivia Torres, come on up.
No, Donald made me order donuts, so I'm eating a donut.
Rachel, out of earshot? Out of earshot? I'm gonna go back there. Or here's go. Oh, that's portable device. Did the magistrate order it maybe? Huh. All right, I'll take a look.
Kelly, I love you.
Yeah.
I do.
Ms. Torres, do you have a lawyer today?
No, I was told last month that I was supposed to get
Hmm. No, not a portable device. You're just gonna get tested. Yeah, so,
I'm sorry, Tokyo.
I can't hear you. You need to speak louder.
No, I was talking about the portable. The last time I got a text message and I told you before I left, you said that I guess it was a mistake, so you removed it.
There's no portable device. This is an assault case. Our only thing is that we don't want you to use alcohol or drugs, and we ordered you not to use alcohol or drugs. So how old are you, man?
19.
Oh, I make such good beer cheese, but it's not spicy at all.
Okay, so
So
what
good.
happens is on 7/26, we ordered you to go be drug tested and you tested positive. So I will appoint your lawyer today and I'm sending you right now for a drug test again. Okay,
Can I say something? Or no?
go ahead.
Because I have not smoked or at all or anything, and there's like I know I haven't, but I don't know if it's still gonna be my system because the day before the 26th, it was a pen that I had hit, and I know that that does stay in your system longer, but
The day before, say, 26th
26, yes,
of
day
what
before the
month?
court date, yes.
Of July?
It's the last court date, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna send you now for drug test. I'll appoint your lawyer and then perhaps we'll send you, let's see what happens first and we'll go from there. Okay?
Because I know I have it, so I'm just letting you know, because I'm not sure if it still is in my system or not. I'm just saying, I know that that does stay in your system longer than an actual,
Okay. I'm gonna send you now.
Okay.
Come back. I'm gonna give you a lawyer and then
Just jump up and down, and it'll fall out of your system.
let's see what the result says and we'll go from there. Okay? All right.
I leave from here right now there.
No, first I'm gonna have you sign a reset and then we'll just have you take a seat there. Rachel's gonna tell you to go and then you'll come back after you're done. Okay?
Yes,
Oh,
both
and-
of those are
Yeah,
amazing.
Of course.
It's like nacho cheese.
Judge, I have on your docket, Bettencourt, BET. This is a bond violation. I did not tell him to come this morning. I was out of town this weekend in Galveston. My birthday's in a couple of days and my wife and daughter.
Emailed you last week to tell him to come.
Yeah, and I did not do it because I left early Friday.
Completely unrelated. How many kids do you have now, Katie?
So if you will, I can get him in here tomorrow. We're gonna close that case up within the next couple of weeks. He's gonna be going into the PTI. He's already signed.
Have you seen the bond violation, Owen? Have you seen the bond violation?
He told me that he had
I'm not happy.
failed to blow at one
Tokyo,
point.
I'm so
I'm not happy with
sorry.
But I'll get, if you'll let me, I'll bring him in tomorrow morning and
Let me see what the reset says, whether he's supposed to be here regardless. He's supposed to be here regardless. On his reset, his appearance was not waived. He's supposed to be here regardless.
That's what I use.
I'll show you.
Okay, Judge, I don't know. Well, I know this is essentially the same thing. Could you put him on bond forfeiture for a week then? I'll get him here. Because we've already, I mean, we've signed the contract.
Tomorrow.
He gave me $300 to pay the fee. I'm expecting to have an interlock device in the car.
Owen, I'll roll it to
Okay.
tomorrow.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
Let him know he's got to be here tomorrow.
I'll have him here tomorrow morning, Judge.
Nope.
Okay.
I can't have talk
Thank
like
you.
that in my chat. I just can't.
It's court.
Beer cheese soup.
Judge, you ready for the next CHA?
I can't wait
Okay,
to see
yeah.
it.
Right,
Can't
Page
wait.
29, Ventura Lopez, come on up.
You can put anything in anything if you're brave enough.
Sir,
More.
you have a lawyer today.
We
Oh,
can.
no comprendo mucho inglés.
Tienes un abogado.
Okay.
¿Qué estás haciendo con eso?
No, no tengo abogado, no tengo dinero por pagar.
¿Necesitas un abogado?
Ya.
Es posible que tú andes a la cárcel por 6 meses o más. ¿Qué estás haciendo acerca de eso?
No puedo tener dinero por pagar.
¿Qué haces?
Oh,
¿Qué te dedicas?
al trabajo, pero no, un poquito.
No me estás respondiendo a nada. ¿Qué haces en la vida? ¿Y cuánto haces? ¿Cuánto ganas?
Gano 15 la hora.
¿15 qué? ¿Dólares? ¿Centavos? I mean,
$15 la hora.
¿haciendo qué? ¿Cuánto por mes?
2,500, por ahí.
¿Que no puedes pagar un abogado?
Ahorita no he tenido trabajo, estaba enfermo. No he trabajado mucho. Malo de espalda.
So, ¿cómo vives entonces? ¿Cómo comas?
Por lo poquito que voy, gana mi esposa y trabajo, y a veces trabajo yo poquito.
Anna, do you mind running his license, please?
No.
We do not have that driver license number.
Okay, I guess this must have been an arraignment when someone else was here. So, do you mind reaching out to, I guess, Luis? Señor, tome asiento, tarea, por favor.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give him an application, but I need him to sign a no driving affidavit. Do you have one in Spanish though?
In Spanish.
Oh, it's dual?
Yes.
Judge, I can't hear you because there's too much food in my chat right now. Whew.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Page 30. Oh, come on up.
I mean, after today, I'm gonna need some greasy fried chicken. I'm gonna tell you what, from like Popeyes or
Did you hear that?
KFC. Okay,
After today, I'm gonna need some greasy fried chicken, some Popeyes or KFC. Right on.
I need some greasy fried chicken. So,
Oh, come on up.
Tokyo, thank you. Thank you, Tokyo.
He speaks just as easier on it, but the young lady works over.
hi.
Good morning.
Who are you with relation to him?
KFC.
And we have Anthony here on the way, David McClure.
Who are you with him? Are you
Oh.
daughter, friend?
Sister.
His sister?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear to be able to translate everything word for word, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Vo. Do you mind translating, please? Good morning, Mr. Vo. Okay. Do you have a lawyer?
Yes.
Who is your lawyer?
Bye, Simple.
Everything McClure.
Who?
David McClure.
David McClure? Do you know if they're going to be here today?
Yeah, right away.
Okay, they haven't filed any documents yet, so we don't know. But we will have you just wait over there, and when they come here, then we can talk more, okay? But do not leave. Okay? Please. Thank you, man. Hey, Vic, he says he has a lawyer. I know. Coming up, Mr. Terrell. Do you mind handing it to me, Melissa? Yeah, sign it, and then if you come up there real quick.
Sue, how many languages do you
Mr.
speak?
Terrell, you left before signing it. I'm glad that you made it back. So what this is this is an order for protection that identifies Haley Otlet as a protected individual. Sir, there are certain things that you can and cannot do. If you do that, you will incur another case, a violation of a protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. She is now a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? Like I said, if you violate this, they will file an additional case against you. And it's one of the worst cases you can pick up in misdemeanor court. So just follow this thing. We will give you a copy so you know what you can and can't do. If you ever have any questions, talk to Yasha and he can also explain it for you.
So I already do have a copy of that as well from the house because I was already on a protective order when I got released on bond.
You may have it in the felony court, but you don't have it with us. And I want to make sure that if you pick up another case because you do something like that, you're going to pick up one.
You know what you said, Kay?
That's why we do everything in tandem. I don't have it. And I want to make sure that you understand that that's why I have you, come here. I can explain it to you because forewarned is fair warned. Okay? All right, bud. Come on.
Legal, have you never met Fozzie? It's never enough. Never.
Good to go. Yeah. Smell like me? No? Did you- Okay. Good morning. It's Daniel, right? Daniel Dorsey. That's all right. So, Mr. Dorsey, you were placed on probation for terroristic threat.
Yes, sir.
It's come to our attention that you picked up a new case and you pled to that new case in, is it Tarrant County, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Is it true or untrue that you violated your probation in this?
It's true.
Okay, I'm gonna find that's true. I will now reform your judgment. It will now.
In 1987, my first job was Roy Rogers, which was also fried chicken at $1.87 an hour. We didn't get tips. It was a fast food. $1.87 an hour. That was great. I had the best time ever. Fun fact. Nope.
Reflects as a conviction on your record. The only other thing I'm gonna advise you is that be careful. I would not, because it's now reflecting as a conviction, I would be careful how you conduct yourself, because if you continue to do what you're doing here, you may very well end up with a
Yes,
felony
I don't
case
go
and
to
you're looking at up to
Chick-fil-A.
10 years. So be very careful, Ms. Dorsey, okay? All right, so I'm going to sentence you to 180 days in jail. I'm sorry, 100 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 99 days that you've done. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
Judge, I have Karen Walker in the jury box. He said that he got drug tested today and that the results came back negative. And so he also wanted to ask about, they have him on random drug testing to call in. Do you still want him on that if he's getting drug tested twice a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it just doesn't make sense to do that, right?
Right. That's what I was thinking, Judge, because
I agree.
we have him on higher supervision, really. And I also have a Mr. Azamoah here, Judge. He just bonded out. I don't know if you remember him. I think it
I
was.
remember. Ms. Azamoah.
So, Judge, he's here. He's right over there. He got a notification on his phone to report today, even though it looks like he's been reset to August 30th. Can he get his bond conditions done today and get a reset?
Absolutely.
Have him come up, Judge. Mr. Azamoah?
You're 19, right? What are you doing with your life now, Mr. Azamoah? Are you working full-time? Why? At 19, you should be working 50 to 60 hours a week to work, to earn your keep or to
You're
get in
awake
school to
too.
better yourself.
Sign up to be in class for electrician.
Okay, you didn't get your GED, did you?
No, I graduated high school.
You did graduate high school? Okay, so we're working part-time at a car wash. I mean,
I said I don't go there. I didn't say I don't like it. I don't like their, oh God, how do I say this without saying anything like this on my stream? I don't like their principles sometimes.
Is that what you want to do for the rest of your life? So tell me what you want to do. Quiet, it's too loud.
Electrician, want to be electrician.
That's a great idea. Dude, electricians can kill it. If you do a good job, if you're honest, you work hard. I mean, you start your own company, you can go work for another electrician, you know. If you truly want to do that, you need to become and go into the Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, right? Get into the union. The union will help you a lot, right? It helps you train, get jobs, get you on your feet so that you can be making 25 to, $50 an hour. Being an electrician, you could really kill it if you do a good job. So where do we go from here? Telling me you want to be an electrician is
I already know about this site. I could they have this new, I don't know, it's like a new thing coming out. I could sign up to be an electrician for free.
Where?
Electrician?
Gotta go
Shocking.
sign up.
Give me a second.
I love you, another Smith. Thank you.
A form. Please, go.
My stepdad was telling me today, college. He said, one of the colleges, another weekend, they still make money for the class.
Electrician. And talk to family members on your case. I think they'd give you time served, or we can look into that program. We need to make a decision, okay? No blood work in that case? I think the blood work gets back, so let me take a look and talk about it. Okay. I think we should have that.
Okay, so this is an employment services guide that I'm going to give you. Okay, one of these here is for young adults. This will help you. This is for young adults to help you trying to find a job, internships and the like. But you have to call them and make an appointment to get it done. Can you give this to him, please?
Yes, Judge.
I'm also going to test you 30 days from today. You know what happens if you test positive again. This time, I'm not going to double it. What I do the next time is I triple it. And then I quadruple it. And then I quintuple it. At some point, someone's going to stop ponying up the money to get you out. Stop smoking. Do you understand? You will be tested 31 days from today. You now know what happens. Now, I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks. I want to know what you've done to get a job, a full-time job. More importantly, look into becoming an electrician. Get on it. You understand? Okay. See you in 2 weeks.
2 week reset on him, Judge? Okay, just going to take the scan. And Judge, on Mr. Walker, can I do a 30-day or?
Yes, for you, yes. He still has the same.
Already
right.
coming in for drug
Yes.
test.
Yeah. But yeah, for you, so.
Thank you, Judge.
For sure.
Did you file a report?
Hiya, Char Buddy. Hiya, Chris. Living the dream, Fozzie.
Mr. Ventura, I want you to understand, well, let me ask you this. Are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sí, tengo 20 años de vida.
I've been living here 20 years.
That was not my
Esa
question.
no fue mi pregunta.
You in here with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
And mothers of vets.
Tengo mi familia sola.
Thank you.
I leave my family alone.
Yes.
Sí.
What else?
¿Qué más?
Pues mi madre que yo mantengo también.
I support my mother also.
Yo la mantengo en mi familia.
And
Mi
I
esposa.
support my wife and family.
Mr. Ventura,
Señor Ventura.
what happens if you go to jail?
Oh,
Are you in this country with or without permission?
País con o sin permiso.
sin permiso. No tengo permiso todavía.
Perdón.
No tengo permiso
I
todavía.
don't have permission yet.
So what happens if you go to jail?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué le puede pasar?
I'm trying to get you to think of what happens if you go to jail. I'm trying to get you to put one and one together.
No sé qué van a hacer.
I don't know what the United States would do.
Mr. Ventura, immigration sweeps the jail
Nación-
on a daily basis. And when they find people that are in jail without permission, they put immigration detainers on them. When you get an immigration detainer, you were stuck in custody until the case is over with. And then you were shipped off to immigration. Nothing fast happens in immigration. So you will sit in custody for probably 6 to 9 months, waiting for your life to have some kind of finality to it, which at that point you will probably be deported. All the while, your wife, your mother, your daughter, your puppy, your kitten, your pet parakeet will all have to find some other way to support themselves. And I'm going to tell you, if they may go to places that you do not like. So I am now putting conditions on your bond. And if you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you are unlucky enough, you're
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Hey, B24 Liberator, hello. Look at you. I'm so glad you're here.
going to be there for the next 9 months. Do you understand?
Order in the court.
You are not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will test you. My main concern is that you do not drive. If you do not have a Texas driver license and you do not have liability insurance, then you're not to drive. And I will have you sign an affidavit with me today, which is a promise that you're not to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what you have to do. Until you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance and permission from us, you're not allowed to drive. And I'm going to tell you, nothing makes me more upset than when people get into a car and drive when I've had them sign this affidavit. Do you understand? You will be doing a substantial amount of time in jail if I find that you drive. I will give you a lawyer today. You can discuss your situation with your lawyer. But I'm going to tell you now, what I'm doing to you now is I'm giving you a warning of what could happen to you. I see time and again how people don't heed this warning and then they end up in custody for the better part of a year.
Okay.
And we'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, you will go back to the jury box to fill that out. And then I will take a look at it to make sure that you qualify. If you do, we will provide you a lawyer today.
Si califican, les tenemos algo de oficio hoy.
Okay, please. Yes.
Sean Miguel Garcia. I believe he was clean today. We got his TRAS back. He has expressed interest, or he did have interest in this.
Oh, hold on. He took a test today. Great job, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you, misconduct. I have a dog, so they might not.
I can't do that. I'm not gonna plea him to that.
Okay.
He doesn't want to take it. I don't blame him. It's
I
another
get
drug
it,
case.
but that's what he needs, right? So, look, I'm not gonna fault you for doing it, right? I understand, right?
So I really don't have options other than trial at this point.
I agree, right? You know, we have clinicians that, Mom, you can come up too. We had clinicians evaluate him, okay? I can let you, and I will allow you to see this, and I'll allow you to read this so you know exactly what they say, okay? Because I think that it's only fair that you get to see what they say about him.
Always at my feet, always. Hi, baby.
You lied here too. You lied in this thing too. Come on.
I was truthfully honest on this.
He reported his last cocaine use was on or about June 21, 2024.
That was the day before.
I'm so thankful that's not my son right now. It could be any of our sons. Whew. I buy my dog all these beds and things for her to go and hang out.
Essentially, what they're saying is that he needs to go into a treatment program. That's what they're saying is what he needs, an inpatient treatment program. How long is it?
6 months.
I was sitting in jail for a year, Your Honor, and doing 4 months. I mean, it's, you know.
Say it again?
It's better off sitting in jail for a year and doing 4 months. He's gonna be in custody on this, going on this for 2 years. It's not even a drug case. I get he has an issue. I get it. But I mean.
Greg, you know this as much as I know this. You can address it now.
Put your damn hand down right now. Mom's gonna go off on him in the middle of the courtroom.
You can address it when he's 32, homeless, no teeth, just, you know, in and out of custody, because that's typically what happens.
I mean, I don't think this.
Did you read this?
I read it, but
You know, they're sending 19-year-olds on what's not even a drug case to some freaking group home where you've got felons and everything else that's government funded. I mean, I don't think this is the environment for him, especially on this type of case. I understand he has a drug problem. I think it can be accomplished through IOP. I think it can be accomplished through continued AA, NA, extensive supervision, but I don't think sending a 19-year-old to a 6-month program, which with a bunch of ex-cons that have been ordered by the felony courts and parole, is the environment for him to be in. That's what it is.
I can give you the opportunity if you want. We can do IOP, we can do SOP, okay? But if he mucks it up, that's what we'll use as the punishment.
Okay, let me talk.
And I'll agree with you, Greg. Look, he tested negative today. That makes me happy. It makes me happy. And I will give you the opportunity. I can pay for it for you, man. I will give you these tools for you free. I can pay for it for you now. If you try to do it on your own, it's $30,000 to $50,000. Whereas now I can give this to you for free.
But hasn't he been negative for like the past 3 tests?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
Like-
But so that's why I'm saying if he has,
I understand, but like,
Ms. Garcia, if he has, that's why I will give you the opportunity to do out in the free world now. It's intensive outpatient treatment program, followed by supportive outpatient treatment. I was forgetting what the S stands for. So it's like a double one after the other type piggyback situation where he's in treatment, but it's in the free world, right? We can do it. I'll acquiesce to you.
Okay,
As a sanction, as a punishment, if you ever test, and I don't care what the flip it is, you will go into inpatient treatment. They're saying now that's what you need. And I agree with them. That's what I think. Because of what this says and what you have become accustomed to and what you've put your body through, you need something more controlling, right?
I know this is a change, and I also been doing what you've been telling me to do, like the NA. I'm already going to school, and then I already did the job, and everything told me to do. It's already all at night. So as the change is just appointed out.
No. You can either do this now, or you can do this when you're 46, 49, 52, God forbid 65, when you've literally been in and out of jail, robbing home after home, car after car
Was Melissa in a skirt?
to feed that addiction. We try to get to you now so you don't end up like one of those lowlifes. Quiet. Those people never had someone to put them over their knee and show them what happens with substance abuse, right? It only ends up in one way, and it's downhill. It never ends up well. Never. And if we don't tackle it now, if you don't tackle it now, your life's gonna suck. Even more. It only gets more difficult the older you get. It doesn't get easier. You get bigger, you get fatter, you lose your hair. Everyone wants to see you fail. And all the while, you have no money to help yourself. It doesn't get easier. It gets more difficult. I promise you. Now, I have the tools to help you. If you want it, it's here for you. So I'll acquiesce to you now.
Okay, let me talk.
You know, I'm putting him in the inpatient. I don't care what it is, no tolerance. I will allow you to try to do it yourself. But, so I think it should be at least at the minimum, like an 18-month to 2-year, because that's what it's gonna take. Can I pay for IOP and SOP?
We can see if it qualifies for cap funding through us and then.
Yeah, please. And then I will waive all the fees for you for as much as I can so that you don't have to pay a dime. I don't think I can pay for everything, but for everything I can, I will. Okay?
You want me to reset it for now so we can check on this funding and they can make a decision? All right,
No, it's fine. That mean I can't have no more breath.
okay, let me,
I'm hoping I don't think there'll be a problem other than
Okay.
wearing a damn Gucci belt that's $400. I mean, what the hell? Get a nicer belt than I do. Here, I have a
Wearing a big
freaking
Gucci
electrical wrapped around my waist and he's got some damn Gucci belt. Come on, man. That's not where your money belongs. Here, will you read this, Mom?
all right, let me run and do a plea to another court and I'll get
Take
into
your
the
time.
financial. Okay.
Fresh. Hey,
Good morning.
Good morning.
At Tan Vo, I think we need to approach on bond conditions.
is it a new case?
Relatively new, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. Let me see.
Okay.
Are you signing on now just for the first time?
I thought I was already on it, but they attached it.
I don't have anyone attached right now. Let me just make sure. The computer's kind of slow. Sorry. Yeah, we don't, you said you found an attorney record?
I went through the kiosk, but it wouldn't be the first time the kiosk
See
is
something?
faulty. I don't know.
On vote, bottom of page 30. Regardless, we've done conditions. You guys are free to go.
Okay, take it there.
Sure, thanks. Ricardo.
Judge,
Hey, Amy.
person on fugitive case, Mr. Carl Griffin, GRI. Judge, I'm approaching to see if you consider allowing him a bond to go turn himself into the demanding jurisdiction of Caddo, Louisiana. Caddo Parish, Louisiana.
He's asking for no bond.
Judge, my understanding from talking to him, he found out there was an issue from Louisiana and he turned himself in voluntarily to this jurisdiction. And so
Stephen, do you mind bringing out Mr. Griffin, please?
no problem, Your Honor. I don't know if we have any record that reflects that, but that's his statement to me.
My only issue is that it's the second time. You know, if it was a first time, okay, but you know, when you fail to register a second time, you know, man. Yeah, I mean, you got to do this yearly. Yeah, and then you have every year. It's the same thing. You got to re-register. You know, the idea would be to do it every time
No,
on January 1st, so you know you got it done.
that's the one we don't know the name of. It's the Fauzi, I have no idea what you said to me. I have no idea what any of that means. Went way over my head. Oh, was that for you? Is that for you? Twinsies? Anyway, that's the one we don't know the name of. We're calling her Vanessa because legal fiction said we had to. And when legal fiction tells me I need to do something, I do it. Ramona has her hair back today, and she's in this. It's a black shirt with a red and white patterned flower or something on it. Rachel. Okay, Tokyo. I'm gonna call her Rachel, but if legal fiction yells at me, you're in trouble, mister. One word from legal fiction, and I'm hunting you down. There we go.
Hey, talk to me all the way.
Judge, I just have a new fugitive case, Jeremy Fountain, and he would like to ask for a bond.
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear back from Dave about.
Oh, okay. You want me to hold off on that one? Sure. No problem. I'll just be on standby for a little bit, Judge.
For sure. Thanks, James. Swayzer, come up.
Oh, come on up.
Take a seat from in the jury box.
Kelly Fozzie did something, and Kelly, you're gonna have to teach me how to handle this.
Good morning. How's jail? Good. You're in front of me now because Louisiana has filed a warrant, issued a warrant for your arrest for your failure to comply and register as a sex offender, second time over. You were asking me for a bond, but I don't know you. I've never met you before in my life. The only way I get to know you is how you look on paper, because that really tells me who you are. I will tell you that I'm not happy with you because it's not your first time. It's now your second time. You know, when you sign for papers, what you have to do for the rest of your life. And you know, when you fail to register, you're looking at 10 years every single time. And you must register every year and you must update on a yearly basis. So if you tell me you forgot,
Arigato.
you know, every year you have to update.
Judge, if I may just argue for my client real fast.
Tokyo, what does that mean? Is it domo? Domo arigato. Thank you very much. Thank you very, forget it. The song answered it for me.
Sure.
Judge, I don't think he's missed any settings here in your court. I don't think you've afforded him the opportunity to turn himself in. He's got a plan in place to do so. He would have skin in the game if you allow him to post that bond. He understands that he would lose that money if he weren't to turn himself in. He understands that he won't have a second chance with you if that were to happen. And so he's asking me to see if you'd afford him the opportunity to do so. He hasn't failed in your court as of yet. I don't know, without going into specifics, I don't want to go into specifics as to why he didn't register out there. But because he hasn't messed up in your court just yet, I would argue that you afford him a chance to turn himself in. He'll get picked up again if he doesn't do so.
The state understands, however, we're seeing at least 3 probation violations out of Florida. The failure to register, I think the first time was in 2012 in Louisiana. And we also see that there's a fugitive from the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office in 2012 from Louisiana as well. So the state-
He's already had one fugitive case as well.
It's listed as a charge under Louisiana,
Yeah.
but it's listed as a fugitive from JPSO. So I'm guessing it was like sort of like a county thing, maybe, if I guess, but I did
So
see that.
do you know what happened on his first time that he failed to register?
I do not know.
Judge, my understanding from my client's recollection is that that fugitive case was not substantiated. It was thrown out, something about a different municipality. I don't know if the records reflect that or if the records reflect that it was followed through with, or I don't have access to those records, Judge. So I'm making an argument based on what my client tells
I
me.
don't know. You know, Mr. What was the last name again?
His last name is Mr. Griffin, full name Carl Griffin.
Tell me about his criminal history. Is it substantial?
So he does have an open warrant out of Florida for failure to appear back in 2010.
Oh, he is now an open warrant?
It's from 2010, so I guess it's been in the system since then. That's what I read.
Hold on.
Amy, he now has an open warrant out of Florida?
It was issued in 2010.
I get it,
So,
but it's
yes,
still
yes.
open?
I believe so.
And I'm not giving him a vote.
I would, again, I don't have access to that, but I'm
Right.
assuming if it was open, it would be part of this fugitive
I'm
case.
not. If he truly has an open warrant out of Florida, I'm not giving him a
I'm
vote.
arguing that it's not open.
I know you're arguing, but you don't know for sure, right? She's telling me that there's an open warrant. Until I know for sure, we could
Judge, it's listed in the same spot with this current warrant that we're pushing on, so.
yeah.
My understanding is it was for a traffic ticket.
Kelly, you have to know what discombobulated means because every single one of my streams runs on discombobulation.
Is that what you show or do you show some?
So what we can do is we can set it off to a little bit later if you want to put it by the wayside. You guys can look into it more. But if he truly has an open case out of Florida, I'm not giving him a bond. No way. Yeah.
I'll look into that a little.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, look, take your time. There's no rush. It's yeah.
Sounds good. And I'll get with Amy to see what info she can share. Okay, thank you.
All right,
Judge. I'll talk to you in a minute. Screw it.
Judge, we had another CHA.
Okay.
Page 10, Frosto, come on up.
That's amazing.
Good morning, Mr. Frausto.
I hope it's a man.
You have a
Last
lawyer
time it was
today?
a woman.
No, I don't, Judge.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I was gonna ask if I could get a little more time to get my affairs together.
Andrew.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give you more time.
Sir.
Absolutely. If you want to head on over to Victoria, we'll have you sign a receipt. We'll get you out of here, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can I address the court real quick? I want to say I'm a big fan. I see you on YouTube a lot. And I love how it's actions, not words.
Thank you.
Love that.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck, Mr. Frausto.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rachel, yes, I'll sign it now, but I don't think so.
No, I don't see it.
Fozzie sent a cute man to my house today. He was very, very, very cute. He was very cute. He just came to my door. Kelly, I hope you're here. You have to help me get through this. I think I love Fozzie more than I stand on principles, but I want to stand on principles, but I can't, Kelly, because look what Fozzie did. I'm like stuck between a rock and a hard place right now because I like my principles. I like my principles. All right. Fozzie sent me Chick-fil-A. Kelly, did you see that? Now what do I do? What would you do, Kelly, if Fozzie sent you Chick-fil-A? Oh, it smells good. It does. Fozzie sent me. Fozzie, that's so rude. My kids kill me if oh damn. They're little chicken biscuits. Jeez, yeah, they look really good. They smell really good. Oh my god. They look like galoshes. Kalechis. They're Wait. Hold on. Barbecue for breakfast? That must be a Texas thing. I can't read that because it's so freaking tiny. Grape jelly for a chicken biscuit. I don't know what that is because it's so tiny, guys. You can't look. Read it. Can you read that? Jelly. Some of the more of that white stuff. I'm going to try very hard to read it. Sauce. It says sauce. Chick-fil-A sauce. Actually, strawberry jelly. My cats are surrounding me. I can't. Oh, is that honey? I think that's honey. Now, honey, I would put on there. That's what I would put on there. I will not. Nah, I can't do hot sauce. Salt. Yep, it says pure honey. Mm. Okay, I didn't spend money. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I didn't spend money at Chick-fil-A. Honey roasted barbecue. And more barbecue sauce. Now, do I tell the kids about this? Hell no, they say bad things about Chick-fil-A. I'm not giving them any. I'm eating it all. Fozzie, thank you for breakfast again. I really appreciate it. I do. Thank you. Even though it's Chick-fil-A, which I protest Chick-fil-A, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. And not only did Fozzie, ouch, not only did Fozzie send me Chick-fil-A, Shannon, Andrew dropped it off, and Andrew was very, very handsome. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Stop. Hold on. I'm fighting with my cat right now. Give me my mouse. Stop it. Ruining my stream. Fozzie, I'm going to send you this as a thank you. Just watch your cords because it likes to chew through cords. You have to watch this one. Guys, thank you for coming out today. Do you remember when we started this stream? It was a lot of screaming. It seems like so long ago, like yesterday even. Yeah. They are. They surrounded me as soon as I opened the box. They're all over the place. And this cat won't eat this food. I could put it right up to this cat's mouth and this cat won't eat this food. I don't think so, Fozzie. I don't think the cat will eat it. I really don't. I'm just going to try to get a piece of chicken with none of that gross stuff on it for the kitty. See? Nothing. I bought the kittens treats. I bought the kittens soft little treats. Nope. I bought the kittens the little things that you squeeze up that all cats love. Nope. Mom has 7 kittens, so I'm trying to help wean them off as soon as possible because it's a lot for Mom. And the mom's already grumpy enough. Okay, what's the matter? I missed what Kay said, but I hope it gets better too. I really do. I don't think my dog will either. I'll try to give it to my dog, but I think my dog is embarrassed to eat in front of the kittens. It just won't. She won't. Dopey. Oh man, I got work to do, guys. I got 2 boxes of work to do. Then I'm gonna pass out. I might not make it to Judge Fleischer's courtroom because I'll be in a food coma. Guys, thank you so much for coming out today. I really, 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 really appreciate it. I really do. I am going to get ready for the courts to open and eat food. It's still hot, believe it or not. I'm going to throw my outro on if I could find it, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Got these lights that cause digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She's stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom, eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp, in a way there's no alarm. Freedom tales late into the night, her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Her eyes near a sky so blue, in her jokes there's a truth so true. With each string she brings the light, turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom, eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp, in a way there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night, her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom, eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp, in a way there's no alarm.